Welcome back to the Forest City, London, Ontario. It is day 6 at the Tim Hortons Brier. All the action right here on TSN.
One more. Have you got enough? Oh, goodness gracious.
Run the yellow. Clips him. What a shot.
We have history made.
Today, the new guard faces the old, and the Rocks will be rolling. It's drop 14 at the Brier. Budweiser Gardens, all the action is here. You need a coffee, we got that. You need a tractor, we got that too. Russ just arrived, he parked right there. We also have curling, our feature. Nova Scotia wildcard to Reed Carruthers in a big-time game for both when it comes to making the playoffs. This morning it was draw 13, a wonderful game. It was back and forth. BC, Quebec went to an extra end. Final stone, Felix Asselin, his first time here as skip. And all hands on deck as Martin Brett had to jump in and help this front end, and they just dragged it enough to get the single and the win. That was a team shot as Quebec trying to make the playoffs for the first time since 2014, and that was a massive win, 7-6 the final. Wild card, Brendan Bottcher. It was actually closer than that score looks, 10-6 though. Bottcher did get it done over Yukon. Other action, Dunstone, man, he is rolling right now. Manitoba 13-3, and Northern Ontario, that was the best game of the week so far for Horgan and Company, 9-3 over Saskatchewan. So this is what we know. Dunstone in, Cooey in, Horgan in a great spot at 5-1, and Pool B, Bottcher 6-1. Team Canada not playing today, but a 5-1 record, and a lot's to be determined when you look at McEwen at 3-2, and Nova Scotia as well, both trying to move on up in these standings. Coming inside the building, as always, glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. Brian Mudryk, Kathy Gauthier, two-time Brier champion, Russ Howard. And Russ, I don't know if there's anything more dangerous than a young man here for the first time with some confidence in his back pocket. For Matt Manuel, first time here, but he's starting to really grow his team and as a player. And when did you start to notice that this kid was for real?
Halfway through his first game, he played the great Kevin Cooey. 4 rookies walking into the Brier playing Kevin Cooey. How can you be confident? But they were. But it wasn't just that. The communication this team is off the charts. Ice reading's good, strategy's good. So then going forward, it is what you just said, confidence. 96% in his last game, Manuel. I think he's pretty confident.
Right now, he's 4th in the field amongst 4th Rock throwers. Confidence. Reed Carruthers, he needs to find his really quick.
Well, he really does. This draw is set up that sometimes you have a lot of time off. 4 draws off for Reed. He came out last night. The ice was a little bit straighter, 64%. Look for Connor Negavan to make a difference. The edge is for Nova Scotia at 2nd, but Connor stands in the house. He needs to give confidence to Reed. 1927, the first ever Canadian Men's Curling Championship won by Nova Scotia. 2023. The young gun has arrived. Can they do it again? First Rock, next. Whoa. Make a lot of noise.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. And away it goes.
Matt Manuel. Run the yellow. Clips him. What a shot. Oh, a young man is fired up, and why not?
The 2023 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, proudly serving Canada's favorite coffee. By PointsBet Canada, the official sportsbook of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, here's how. And by Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties.
It really is a wonderful field here in London. 17 former Brier champs, 7 Olympic champions, 9 world champions, and come Sunday, a champion here from this year's Brier. Kathy Gauthier, some wonderful action on the ice this afternoon.
Well, you bet Karsten Sturmey will try to stay alive and at 3 losses. He takes on Tyler Smith and PEI. Nunavut's Jake Higgs trying to make even more history with another win if he can defeat Jamie Cooey of Northwest Territories, and Scott Jones from New Brunswick trying to get in the win column over Mike McEwen's Ontario team.
Trying to continue to move on up. Time to meet the teams in our feature. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. And we'll start with Team Nova Scotia, as it's Nick Satchernuk, Jeff Meager, Luke Saunders, and at skip, Matt Manuel. Team Wildcard, number 2 out of Manitoba, Reed Carruthers, Derek Samagalski, Connor Negevin, and Rob Gordon. Your Stones this afternoon, Team Wildcard. Throwing the yellow stones, Team Nova Scotia, the red stones, and the draw to the button. Indeed won by Reed Carruthers, Team Wildcard, so they'll have hammer. And Nova Scotia will start things off, courtesy Nick Satchernuk. And Russ, one of the big storylines obviously coming in is that the memo went out to everybody. Chief Ice Technician Greg Owasco texturing the Stones. You watched this morning in the draw. What did you notice, and how important is it for these teams now to pick up on the ice and the Stones?
Well, absolutely. It's a new bonspiel for these guys. All of a sudden, it's who figures it out first. That's what cost Reed Carruthers in his game against Dunstone. He had been off for 4 draws, as Kathy pointed out. Came out, couldn't figure it out as fast as Dunstone, and Dunstone made it look silly. And now it's the reverse. There's 2.5 to 3 feet in some spots more curl than last night. Who's going to figure it out first?
Tight on its own.
Always loose.
Okay.
Sliding good.
Really slide.
Gotta sit.
It's brilliant,
Easy,
Brian,
easy,
what they
easy,
do with the
easy.
Stones, and it's really laser eye surgery. Really, they have a
Okay, it's fine.
box built in a frame that's exactly, so each rock is scratched the exact same distance. They use a completely 100% flat surface, like a piece of glass, thick glass. Put a new piece of sandpaper on every time, 80 grit, and they simply scratch it. They just put the rock in, down it goes, pick it up, put it back down, give it maybe a half turn, put it back down, do it again, and you get an X pattern. And the rocks literally go from 3 feet of curl to 6.
Right to it.
Gotta go. Gotta go, Derek. Gotta go.
Let's begin with our keys to the game, and we'll start with Team Nova Scotia.
Well, for Nova Scotia, it's manual labor. It's a really, really long week, especially when you're a rookie team. You just get so tired so quickly, but this team's so fit, so young. 96% for Skipper in his last game. They're actually trending the right way, whereas Reed isn't. And greatest hits, Matthew himself, 90% on hits. Kevin Cooey's 88.
About the same, guys.
So he's getting the job done with the hits, but with the textured stones, those run backs aren't going to be as easy.
Careful. Yeah, we should be okay. Okay, line's real good. Tight. Line's real good. Nice and tight, guys. Hard, Luke. Gotta go on this. Hard, Luke. A little more.
And keys for Wildcard 2 and Reed Carruthers.
Well, Reed fast. He just didn't do it yesterday. Reed's one of the best drawers in the game today, and he made nothing yesterday because some of those spots were just too small. There was no real estate, so the team has to support him, give him a little bigger window to draw to.
Keys to the game brought to you by Sponge Towels. Absorb life, all of it.
Weight's good.
Whoa. Line's good.
Whoa, then. Whoa. Max weight. Whoa. Weight's perfect. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's gotta be hot. A little hot, yeah. When it stops at this rock.
It's close. It's close. It's close.
Shot, Bob.
Yeah, shot, Gordo.
Shot. Shot, Bob.
Good judge. Yeah,
Shot,
good
Gordo.
judge.
Bob is Rob Gordon making his
Just
Brier
fighting top
debut
four.
for Wildcard 2.
It's so hard to handicap any of these games, Brian, because a lot of the teams that you don't see on a regular basis are very, very good. We saw that in the Scotties too. But Kathy hit the nail on the head yesterday. With the straighter ice, there's tremendously close games all the way through. Once you get this swing, it could separate some of those guys that are used to the real big curl and the ones that aren't.
Bounce it off.
Well, I was messaging and chatting with Reed Carruthers before this game, and I just asked him, like, what's your keys for this game? And a big one was getting a better handle on the ice, and his words were, I was out to lunch on the straight ice trying to get it going. And he says, obviously, the texturing of the stones, I got to pick up on that. And Kathy, you nailed it, bang on. He said, I got to play with some confidence out there. I got to find my confidence, have some fun, bring the energy. And one thing he said, Derek Samagalski, let him loose. He's playing great. So those were some of Reed's keys for his team to turn things around here, Kathy.
Line's good.
Well, and Reed's a coach. We see him with Carey Anderson all the time, and so he can step back and say, okay, if I'm coaching this team, what are my messages? But you could see just the frustration in his face last night, just the uncertainty. And when you have those 4 draws off, you just want to be on this ice every other draw. A draw off is nice, but Brad Goucher will face the same thing tomorrow, having not been able to throw today other than a practice. It's tough.
Nice throw. Easy. Close. Whoa. Luke. Luke.
Jeff Meagher trying the run back here for Nova Scotia. And he'll jam it right by.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a different Reed here with the big curl. That's what he's used to all season on most of the spiels he plays in, and it's just a comfort zone. You know, you can back it up a bit. As long as you don't overthrow it, they can bring it back in. They can carve it more. Then with more curl, you by default as a player, you start worrying about the speed more than you do trying to hit the broom.
Right now.
And that makes you a better player.
Derek, Rob's rock. Whoa, 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 whoa.
We're tight.
Where?
Tight.
Whoa. Okay, it's going to be Derek's.
No, we're not in. We're not in.
Very close. Got to be Derek's.
Higher the better against this young team from Nova Scotia.
We're biting. We're biting.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Good judge. Good sweep, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty straight there. Straight back, it's perfect.
Yeah. How would it run for you, Jeff?
Probably, eh?
Look good.
You have to hit close to all you can see to clip that. Let's play this. Okay.
Yeah, through the hole's too dangerous. If you ever reckon the red one, you'll be looking at 4.
Pretty straight, Luke.
You could certainly get 2 here, Brian. And if you get it dead on with peel weight, you might get all 3.
And there is the third Luke Saunders, the son of the great Colleen Jones, 6-time Scotties champion.
Yes! Whoa! Yes! Hard! Get out, get out.
Gets them all moving. Moves the 2. Shot stone still wild card 2. Top button.
Nice throw and a valuable stone out front.
Just go to the wing.
That's what I see.
He makes the double.
Sure, we can play this. Either one.
That was my first thought.
You like this?
You okay with that? I'm fine with whatever you like.
Which one? Whatever you're good with. Up to you. Okay, sure.
15.
15.
The logical shot here is play the come around, hope they miss the run back, but these guys don't miss too many run backs. And they could set up a raised double here, and there goes your whole end. Open side was a good option too.
Not his first rodeo or Brier, Derek Samagalski, but in his 8th Brier appearance, now playing 3rd here for Reed Carruthers.
Oh, there. Heavy.
That quadruple he made a couple days ago is unbelievable.
What did he tell you, Kathy? Maybe the best shot he's ever thrown with Brier?
Yeah, he said he went back home and he had so many texts from friends, and then when he watched it back, he was like, oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
Good judge.
Good shot.
14-2.
Okay. Probably through the hole, eh?
Yeah, that looks good.
You think?
Again,
What are you seeing for weight?
raise is probably easier, Brian.
8.5.
What
do you see?
Outturn through the hole is there,
It
though.
looks hard to kill it.
Yeah, I can definitely roll into it. Good.
I was thinking easy, but
That's what I was thinking too.
this should come up a sliver.
Yeah, the last one kind of did. Look good.
I would say with Luke's ability, he has about an 80-85% chance yesterday of making the shot. But with the textured rocks, it's a little bit of a guess.
Pretty big,
Yep.
pretty big.
Whoa, big. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, Nick.
Nick!
Nick!
To it, Nick!
Go, Nick! Go!
Hard, Nick! Hard, Nick! Hard, Nick! Hard, Nick!
Wow, through the port, 1-2, moves them both. What a shot, and that is precision from Luke Saunders.
It really is, Brian. Right down the fresh pebble. Again, the textured stones. Is it going to curl an inch more, 2 inches more? Who really knew?
And there's Mom in the crowd, cheering him on. Woof, right through it. Lovely.
Virtually right underneath, too.
Yeah, it's good. Huge.
Beautiful
That's what we're
shot.
going to need today. It's awesome.
Lost a touch.
Now you force Derek to run back the wrong color.
Yep.
Hard way, back up.
Whoa.
Gotta go.
Wow!
Good sweep. Attaboy.
Oh, precision.
Nice shot.
I hope this is just a
Great shot, bud.
small example of what's to come in this game. Some beauties thus far in this first end.
Heavy and it just, yeah. It was just right up speed. Like you 14-2 normally, that's okay. Sorry, bud. Okay.
Great shot.
You guys clean this straight path.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
Nice shot, Derek.
Almost lost it.
Yeah, good throw.
Yeah.
So,
Keep going, Nick.
Heavy.
It's amazing too, Russ, when you talk about the talent and the ability, the big weight, the weapons that all these players and these teams have. It was looking like, you know, a bunch of rocks in the house, maybe a score point. All of a sudden, we could have a blank here in the first, and that's what makes it so exciting.
No question.
You see a blank at home on the score sheet, go, oh, it must have been a so-so first end, but just some great shots.
Just to filter through that Luke, through that small port, the angle raises the doubles.
Clean, clean.
Buddy, you got it. No, it's great sweep, chap.
Got that.
That's why they did the rocks, Brian. It was just getting so straight. There was no maneuverability out there for the brushing. And
Always going to keep it a touch soft.
from what I've seen so far, you can tell, even though it's different, both teams have caught on already, and the surface is so predictable. And that's what you want going forward. The real reason they do the rocks now is so that they're just calmed in for the weekend, really, for the big show at the end. And
A little more positive.
they should be able to maintain the curl right till Sunday night. Reed could ignore this, go around and try to get the old-fashioned skip deuce.
Good. Easy, guys.
As a roll out here is not an option.
Clean.
Whoa.
Rob.
Curl. Whoa.
Gotta go, Rob.
Whoa, whoa.
You're good. You're good. Go a little more. You're good. Great
shot,
shot, Rob.
And just hangs on out in the weeds, back 12.
Nice throw,
Good shot,
Rob.
buddy.
Thanks.
Shot.
Like
Rolls a
there,
foot
Luke, hard.
farther. You're looking at a buried rock in the forefoot. Good throw.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thanks.
Good speed.
And Reed will be off to Sweden to coach Team Canada, Carrie Anderson's team.
Far side here.
And on that note, just want to wish Kathy Gauthier with us and Gaetan, who's working with us in the broadcast booth, a happy International Women's Day, and all the wonderful women we work with at TSN. We thank you both for your hard work and all the women behind the scenes that put all the hours in to get us on the air. So we thank you all.
Easy. Close. Yep. Whoa.
Clean.
Close. Whoa. Jeff.
Backing up a bit. Go, Jeff, go.
Whoa.
Go,
Okay.
Jeff, for nose.
It looks like he was just kind of sitting there.
This guy sat there. I really like that throw.
Do you like that?
Right here. I love that. Yeah. Gotta read.
So the blank on here in the first end. You have to think, though, Russ, it just feels like a good end for both teams. Some nice shots made. You know, the adrenaline's going a little bit, and some nice makes.
Yeah, he had to be sitting in the dressing room going, how much curl are we going to get with the textured rocks? And it's tough to be super precise, and they were.
Reed Carruthers, the Brier champ here in London with Jeff Stoughton with Manitoba back in 2011.
Oh, wow. Great throw, Reed. Really good throw.
Right on the money.
Blank.
And a blank on the board as we are officially underway our feature. Glad you're with us on this Wednesday afternoon at the Tim Hortons Brier in London. Lead stones on the way. Nick Zachernan delivering for Team Nova Scotia. Last time the province of Nova Scotia winning the Brier, 2004, Mark Dacey. That was in Saskatoon. I remember covering that as a young reporter out of Edmonton, following the Furby Four during their incredible run. And Bruce Lonis, when that end came together, you could just feel the air come out of the building. It was such an epic comeback win. And of course, the following year in Edmonton, the Furby Four got their revenge, winning in their home city, which was cool.
Yeah, that was shocking. I was in that Brier. Kirby 4 was untouchable. You could have brought 8 people out to beat them. And they accidentally staggered 2 rocks in the forefoot, and Lonas went around them twice. Got to 3. It was unbelievable.
Gotta go line. Hard line.
So a blank on the board in our feature, and some nice curling in that first end.
Really gotta go.
And if that's just a small sample size, I think we're in for an outstanding afternoon here in London.
Keep going.
Well, thank you, ice making crew, for what they've done. It's just fan. Look at that go. That's unbelievable. The more curl, the better team wins. It's that simple.
Turns to curl, right?
Yeah. I just
Forget about chisel and roll. That's fine.
Just freeze.
I was talking to Kathy before the game, Brian, and unfortunately bringing up Quebec making their last shot against Jacques, but that shot is not made at very many venues. The surface held up for 11 ends. It's just incredible how they managed to keep the slide path quick.
Easy.
Yeah, really good. Really good.
Now, Greg and his crew, they remember when in the beginning of the week we talked about the fact they had a couple of days to put it in. They felt it was ready, but they didn't have anybody throwing on it. So you don't learn anything about what the ice will do, when it will break down, what the weather's going to be like. But this ice has been brilliant throughout the whole thing. But in the last couple days, they have fixed everything. And for those teams moving forward, you are going to be given the best conditions to show what talents you bring.
Nope.
Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Connor Negevin
Roll it.
Beauty. Great shot. Great shot.
moves the Reds around.
Nice shot, buddy. Good shot.
And there he is, one of the hardest working men in ice show business, Greg Owasco, the chief ice technician. Hours and hours, Kathy.
And he said this morning when I walked in that what they did is they did a test on one stone. So they sharpened it, they threw it down the ice, and they kept working at that one stone until they felt that they were comfortable with where it wants to be. He does not want to have to do it again before the end of the weekend. And then once they were satisfied, that is what they treated all the other stones with.
And they have to prep the sheet to game conditions to see how the rocks are going to react after they've dusted them up.
Shot.
A lot of work.
Time for updates, Kathy, and off the top of the broadcast, we mentioned Ontario, Mike McEwen. You don't want to drop to 3 losses taking on New Brunswick.
Well, an opportunity to really start on a good foot. Jeremy Mallet faced 2 really difficult shots. Stones from Ontario buried behind a guard. He managed to pick one out on his first. Mike put it back. And on his final stone, he was playing the corner freeze. He is in half of the forefoot, but it is still 3 to Ontario, looking for the 4th point.
Line's good, yeah.
Last time the host province won at home was Botcher, Alberta, but that was in the Calgary bubble, so could we even count that? I don't even know. I mean, it felt good for them, but no fans in the building.
True.
So, yeah, that's a nice draw from Mike McEwen.
Nice.
Beautiful. So 4 on the board, and you know what, in the home province, still, I think I'm kind of getting used to it now, Kathy, him in that Ontario jacket, but...
I'm sure he even thinks, where's my jacket, when he sees it sitting there.
Just goes over and grabs the Dunstone one by accident. Thank you. No, but it's a cool story, and it sounds like there's going to be some wonderful crowds going forward in this building for the championship weekend. So, yeah, they could be making some noise here, Team Ontario.
Not in, eh?
It's really close. No, we're just tight.
Let's stop.
It's close, though.
Easy. Jeff, a little. Yep. Whoa. Okay.
Well, we mentioned the first end and some lovely shots, and there was certainly a key shot.
I didn't like his odds. I really did. I mentioned it at the time because it's not a big board to start with, but with the textured stones, is it going to grab the line? Is it a shade slower? He just filters right through there like the eye of a needle.
And the key shot is brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together. Back to the feature, Derek Samagalski. Oh, all 4 are moving. He gets 3 to go. And the highlight reel keeps on building for Derek Samagalski.
That's a great shot.
He's eliminated a small quarry this season, this year. Wow.
Oh, it hit, kind of touched that.
Yeah. Just missed it, if you had your hair thinner, it's just good throw. We gotta be
Derek looking up at the Jumbotron, wondering how he did not get all 4.
Well, you could speak to this, Russ. When you move up to the 3rd position, you get paid by the takeout then, right? Like the more rocks you remove, did you pay more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's max.
Line's real good.
Running max.
Doesn't look huge. Doesn't look huge.
Lay a big clean down on
Jeff
that.
only.
You want to stay in 8 foot, boys?
Easy, 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 easy. Great spot, Luke. It's a good shot. Good shot, buddy.
A lot of curl there, though.
I think the toughest shot here is going to be that hack board waiter to figure out, because after you texture the stones, all of a sudden you get 6 feet of curl, roughly, with the draws. But you throw a hit like Derek did, and it curls an inch. And it's an unbelievable how straight these inserted rocks will go if you get up to speed. So there's, what's it going to do with a hack waiter?
Line's tight.
I got a little gentle, but good.
Line.
Line only right now.
Gotta go.
Line only.
Gotta go.
Line only. T.
Clean.
All there.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Back
whoa,
forward.
whoa.
Back forward. Heavy.
No.
Heavy.
Oh, we got nothing.
And just, you could hear a little of that
sorry, that's
frustration.
my fault there.
Yeah,
Good
just
throw.
jumped it a little bit out of his
My
hands.
bad. Good throw.
Throw it here.
What are you seeing? Just like 10 and a half. Roll it a couple feet towards the center line. Yeah. Nose isn't awful, but.
Update time. Kathy Tyler Smith, Prince Edward Island, taking on Wild Card 3 and Sturmey out of Alberta.
Well, an opportunity for 3 for Tyler. You can see that stone is fully buried, and I think Tyler from the hack is having second guesses about the weight choice.
Hard!
Yep.
He can definitely get to the face of it, but he
Again, buddy.
can't with that ice.
It's either peel with the intern.
So in our feature of hit and stick, Nova Scotia line 3 without hammer. And you see Tyler still just getting some last-minute information as he settles in the hack.
I think the concern is that from when he put the broom down, when Carson Sturmey's stone did not bury, he thought, oh, I've got lots of room by the guard, and he does. But when you sit in the hack, that's the view that you see. That stone is over buried. So taking a it's a big millimeter. Taking just a little bit more.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And right away, it was just inside the hallway, and he will crash. So a stolen point.
Got my own head there.
Again, you know, PI would not be used to this type of curl. You just saw New Brunswick give up 4. New Brunswick hasn't won a game this week, but they've been very competitive. All of a sudden, they're down 4-0. It's the teams that play on the swingy ice
Down. Just bump.
that are all of a sudden, there's going to be some separation, in my opinion.
Hair quiet.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Yep. Little down, Connor. Hard. Hard, buddy. Hard. Hard. Good. Quiet. Hard. Go, Grab. Go.
Well thrown, Reed.
Get Connor. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Nice throw. Atta boy.
Oh, what a brilliant try. That rolls 2 inches less. You can't get it out.
Good throw, Ramble's close.
Us?
Great throw.
Reed wanted us to wish his wife Jody a
Just
happy
missed it on the
birthday
away.
today. And baby Bo watching back at home, so
said it right
happy
away.
birthday to Jody.
Make sure we don't leave it high, eh? Don't want to set up any kind of triple.
Sounds good, brother.
We're sitting 2 here. Okay. I'm just going to go full edge 8 foot.
Do you like a little more ice?
No, I don't think Luke quite got out to me.
Okay. It's nice and quick here, Matt. We had a fast split on Luke's.
Okay. Make sure you're T line. 15.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be T-line.
Another update, Kathy, and New Brunswick at a curl Moncton. The skip, Scott Jones, and Jeremy Millay throws the fourth rock for this team, taking on Team Ontario.
Well, it seems really early to be saying that this is a must-make in the second end, but it is against 3. Do not want to go down 7-0. He has 3/4 of the shot stone available from the hat, trying to get to the 4-foot and tap the stone in the lid back a couple of inches.
Right to it.
Trying to play spoiler here versus Ontario. 5 losses coming in. Here comes that yellow, top 8, just by it. Got to move it enough, though. Yep. Close, but not enough. So a steal. And one more.
And that's a great example of getting caught on the new sharpened stones.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And Jeremy and I were out of the same club, and you just don't, they can't replicate these type of conditions, and it's going to fool them for a while.
So back to our feature. And final stone on the way. Reed Carruthers trying to pick up his single.
A little hot. I'm just going to keep it in the good side.
Same line as the draw.
He's full 8, would love a little bit better.
A little bit, Derek.
Easy, Gordo.
Curling like you're okay, bud.
You can clean, you can clean, you can clean.
Curling like you're all
Yeah,
right.
weight's good. Weight's good.
15 on the nose.
Weight's good.
Show him the button, boys.
Weight's good. Shot Ram.
Great speed, Rammer. That a boy.
Beautiful. Draw weight. Perfect. For the Tim Hortons button.
Speed, Ram.
And a single on the board for Team Wildcard number 2 out of Manitoba.
Okay.
Great look at Wildcard 2 lead Rob Gordon making his Brier debut as he won a Canadian Junior gold medal 2016 with Matt Dunstone, who's off to a wonderful start with Team Manitoba. As we take you back to our feature, and one on the board. Nice draw there. Great weight from Reed Carruthers. So now here in 3, it is Nova Scotia. Matt Manuel, red stones with the hammer.
Get right to it.
Hey. Right to it.
Yeah, great throw last one. Nice finish here.
90 on that.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Luke turned that first end around, and then Reed's first tap back over curled by an inch, or he gets possibly his deuce. So Wildcard 2's been the better
Little
team.
tight.
Now they've got staggered guards here. That's going to be a pile of rocks in play now.
Line's good. Line's good.
Weight's great.
Easy.
Play the weight, guys.
Just
Look
take it
heavy.
easy. Running pretty good.
Whoa, Luke.
Where are you?
A little heavy. T-line.
Whoa.
Go back, Ben.
Here. Yep, Jeff. Yep. Hard. You got to go on this, Jeff. Hard. Keep going. Little more. Okay.
Sorry. We're going for line.
What's that?
We're going for line.
Yeah.
First out was the
Nice
freeze.
throw.
Yeah.
You get the easy double peel, and then once you open up, you've got a double to probably end up with a blank, or
Ram.
you roll the dice a little bit without hammer, sink one because those are staggered and there's no raise possibility.
14-8.
So what's interesting is right in the hat, you saw Connor Negevin settle in, and then he saw the shot being thrown, and then he asked for a different rock. So they're clearly all over it, knowing whether one's a cutter or a straighter stone.
Yeah, good point. This is probably his cutter.
It's not bad. I thought a little light.
The rock he's trying to get to is really overburied.
Weight's
That's
good.
the awareness,
Come
though, and they're going to. The rocks are changing all the time because they're texturing.
Curl distance.
Curl.
Derek, go.
Curl button.
Hold stone. Distance. Go.
Oh, great sweep.
Good sweep.
Nice shot.
Third shot stone. Still Nova Scotia lying the 2.
Hey. Just top 8.
Yeah, I got it.
And Kathy, our first look, update time over on Sheet C.
Well, it is a shot stone belonging to Nunavut, and Jamie not able to get to shot stone, and so this means a draw for 2.
Jake Higgs out of the Iqaluit Curling Club.
Deeper than that, Nick.
First ever win. Really exciting, and it was really special to see the celebration of that team. First ever win at the Brier for Nunavut.
Carve it, Christian.
Great reaction from the crowd as well here in London, Budweiser Gardens.
Whoa.
Keep going.
He's got the backing. He'll use the backing. There you go. Looks like 2 to me.
2.
2 it is.
Should you send the red in? It's dangerous,
Send the deeper yellow onto the top one.
yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, or the deep yellow. Can I make the deep yellow onto the top 12 one?
That was my first
What's
thought.
that?
Can I make the deep guard onto the top 12 one?
That's the best shot. Because you get rid of the stagger.
Yeah.
Love that shot, Connor.
Okay.
Yeah, it opens up the stagger too. Bert?
Just move.
It's all about controlling the front.
Firm.
That doesn't matter what rule we have in curling. It's all about controlling the front, and that does 2 things here. It takes away the stagger so they can throw some weight on a run back if they need to later in the end. And if they can hit this in the maybe 2/3, they can stick it on that top red one.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Go, go, go.
Hard, Derek. Hard.
Connor Negevin gets all the moving, so opens it right up.
Tick the top one. That wasn't in the plan. And
Great sweep, bud.
took the weight out of it.
Very good sweep.
It's better than
It's better.
what it could have been. It's good throw. All right, boys.
I love the positive attitude. Like, that was a miss. And, 2 different comments were glass half full.
Yep. Waist nice. Clean. Do it. Yep. Hard. Do it. Whoa. 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 Close. Yep. 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 Hard. Yes. Hard. Great shot.
Lovely touch. Shooter sticks around. Top 8.
Boy. Go, Jeff. Just money.
You talk about the positive attitude, Russ, and reminds me of an old coach I had. One thing you can control, you get up in the morning, you can always control your attitude. And whether it's golf or curling, what's the most important shot? It's your next one. And it's a great attitude to have, and you need that in a long, grueling week when things will not always go your way.
Yeah, your statement sounds simple, but it's not simple. And some teams can do it, some can't.
No, Reed. This double. That's the best shot if I make it. If I make it.
Make this.
That's the best shot if I can make that.
Okay.
He's made quite a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like outturn.
You threw this against
It's like half a rock.
It's the same shot.
Outturn's gonna be straight.
Yeah, I like it.
This has got to be flying, because to get the angle right, you need to hit 3/4. To hit 3/4 with this turn, you're going to get kind of a dead roll. It's not going to spin. So this is all brute strength to get this across.
Curl.
Derek Samagalski.
Okay.
And he'll just bang it right on the nose.
Shot. Good throw. Throw, Derek. Is that one more? It's too bad though.
Sorry, grouped. I'm seeing this.
Yeah.
Like, if we go high, he's probably playing the same thing, and it's a lot easier.
Okay.
Let's go here, Luke. Back T-line.
Yeah, as long as we're...
It's a nice strategy coming out of this young team, Brian. Most people just hit that because you just watched it, you know what it does, but that gives Derek an angle, and you don't want to give him another crack at that double. Try to get this back 8. Doesn't have to be anywhere near that yellow one. Just get the depth right, so the Carruthers can't come off of it.
I think it's a low type line.
Well, Kathy, you can speak to this. The one thing that Matt Manuel told the media, we saw him in juniors, Kathy, for years. 4 times he was there, gaining experience, always knocking on the playoffs. And he said, so many of those guys are here at this Brier, I want to come here and beat them. And he is, and he's gained that confidence, and it's showing.
Well, sure. We've shown a number of times this week how many of these players in this field were in 2018. And one of the things, because I was at all those Canadian juniors, was the surprise that Matt Manuel did not make the playoffs. He typically would lose the wrong one at the wrong time. And so this is his opportunity when these guys get here to say, okay, I didn't beat you then, but I've stuck with the game, so have you, and now I have a chance to beat you now.
Fun to watch.
Follow through, Bob, because it'll kiss off the back of the yellow, eh?
Could make this too.
I
That's fine.
Okay.
Derek, come take a look quick.
You've got this, and you got to just shave it to try to miss your yellow.
First call, better. Yeah, me too.
Or the other tricky one is this way. Try to get that to go past the yellow and either hit that or hit that.
Higher, it's more natural.
It's tough. The other shot was this thin. Like you could get, if you hit this, you're getting all three. But it's tough, right?
So, but you know what? The only thing with this is if I do this, and let's say I hit it thick, he has to do something over here though, does he not?
Yeah.
Or he's going to leave us something.
Yeah. If you whiz by this and touch this,
I might get lucky and
you
make this
might get
double?
lucky. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I think
like
you.
that?
I think you do this.
Okay.
But like I'm seeing this as the out turn.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Thin, like
just
trying to
smooth. It's
shave
like
it?
thinner than a quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a port here, though.
Trying to shave it, like hit thin as I can.
Yeah, I love that.
Trying to take the
Just
paint
smooth
off of this thing. It looks like it hits the shot rock if it misses
Like that
the
ice
high
smooth?
one.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Take your time, Derek. You got it.
Really thin, Kathy, to try to get all three.
Very.
Update time, Kathy. We'll stick with you. PEI wildcard 3.
Carson Sturmey hit on his final stone, so that is the 3 that you see. Tyler's electing to try to get it right in the crotch. He needs to stick it right there in order to outcount the 1 at the back.
Okay, good.
Nice throw, Derek.
Shot, bud.
And Derek removing some granite in our feature. Back to Tyler Smith, his final stone.
Alex,
In a 1-0 lead for Carson Sturmey.
It's going to be real bad.
Oh, my.
Oh, God, that jam.
Hits him through and then right through.
Steal of 1.
Yeah, one red.
Tough one there, as we saw Brett Gallant with a similar shot, but a much better result earlier this week, where he went through the guards, hit them both, came in the house, removed a stone.
Another one, yeah.
Highlight reel stuff, and we did put it on the highlight reel.
Couldn't get this much thinner. Got the double, but look where that shooter goes. But it's a really good result because
That's tough.
where do you put
He's
the
got to go
second
to
one?
like there.
Right back to you, Kathy. New Brunswick, Ontario, and it's Malay, the final stones here for New Brunswick.
Well, it has been so many Yellowstones. I'm sure the next time that Scott Jones gets red, he'll decline. He hit on his first one, but it was second shot. Mike hit and rolled behind, so needs to navigate the port, get to the shot stone, and tap it back.
Whoa! Clean! Jared! Yep! Whoa!
Massive game for Mike McEwen.
Hey!
And it's New Brunswick trying to play spoiler. That's a nice tight shot. Well done for a single.
There, D-line!
And a 5-1 lead for Ontario.
Just top tee. Heavy, Matt.
Nice
Top tee.
Good throw, buddy.
Thanks. Jeff! Where do you want to go? Jeff! Jeff! Top 8. Curl it, Jeff! Curl it! Jeff, hard! Curl it, Jeff! You're doing it! You're moving it, buddy! Hard, guys! Move it more! Boys, go!
Move it more.
Go, Jeff! Move it! Move it! Move it!
A little more.
Great, sweet voice.
Okay, it's good, Luke. Solid.
Tell you what, some just incredible rock positioning from this young squad. Those aren't easy shots. Got an extra good, at least a foot more curl, a little bit slower. It's right where they wanted it.
Jeff! Top 8. Curl it, Jeff!
It has been a wonderful year for Nova Scotia. Christina Black was a highlight reel at the Scotties. And it is great to see, young teams coming up, maybe provinces or territories that don't get the headlines or the play all the time because they're not playing the slams.
Right.
And it's really cool to see a young team and a great story like this.
Sorry?
Well, Nova Scotia junior men also winning the Canada Winter Games recently, so it's not just at the women and men's level. It feeds down. They got a bronze at the U18, so there is a feeder program, and that means good shape for future for certainly for the men's side, and with Christina, the women's.
Just a great angle there, Kath, because sure there's a double, but Reed's going to roll the wrong way if he makes it.
Shot ram.
Beauty, precision, as he picks them both.
Real
Great
good.
throw, Ram.
Good sweep, man.
Good job, buddy.
It was so straight there.
Yeah.
That's a good sweep.
Very good. Good throw.
Limit the damage at this
out here,
point.
You just noses are red next time.
Nice shot.
Okay, let's just try and put it back.
You don't want to sit second here?
Yeah, we'll be sitting third. I don't think.
Well, we mentioned
risk
Christina
trying to get it
Black
close
and
enough.
Marianne Arsenault and the great work
But if he knows is that
she's done with that team. Well, two of the greatest ever. Colleen Jones, Kim Kelly, very cool. So much for the sport. And you talk about International Women's Day, Kathy, so many idols, great players. I think of Colleen, you think of Sandra Schmerler, and I mean, you can name a few of women over the years that inspired you, Connie Laliberty, to curl in this great, great game.
Oh, absolutely. And playing with Connie, I played against Kim and Colleen all the time. Just so classy. Nancy Delahunt, a part of that team all the time. Marianne Arsenault, just really great role models for young women and for curlers anywhere.
Line's good.
Yep, go ahead.
Curling nice now.
Go ahead.
It's curling now, boys.
Go ahead, hard.
Curling like it's dying. 15-1. Hard, Nick. Don't look up. It. Come on, boys. Hard, Nick. Keep going. Little more. Keep going. More.
What another great brush from this Nova Scotia side.
Not bad.
Good, buddy.
Yeah, no kidding.
What did I hear, 15?
Yeah,
Is that
15-1.
Yeah,
which-
wow.
That's quick.
It's in a spot where like the double jams into the side of it, so.
Where you just put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I was thinking.
The first stand, remember? Almost the same spot?
Yeah.
Just nose it, boys. Tough
Yeah.
double.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
This is just a veteran call.
You
You
can
could
roll a
try that
centimeter
tough
to
double,
right,
but
we
you
don't
probably jam it.
No, yeah, dead nose.
What kind of weight, bud? Bump. Okay.
Because their second shot,
Just toss you around.
there has to be a double made, so they're going to nose it so that if the double's made, how do you save the shooter?
Is that something? Sorry, is that in the ice? Regroup here, but
Just bump.
Clean.
A little bit easy again. A little down.
Yep.
Quiet.
Reed Carruthers, his final stone here in 3.
Gotta go.
Hard! Whoa! Yes! No!
Hit him.
nice shot, Ram.
Great shot, Ram.
A lot of back and forth, but the nose
Great shot,
hit.
buddy. Good shot.
Good shot, Reed.
Pretty good.
Just understanding rock positioning. It's my favorite part of watching these guys now. Yeah, it was a wide open hit, no big deal, but you could tell by the intensity they wanted to put it right there, and look why. You've got to hit it there. That means that's going there. How hard can you throw this double without rolling out? And if you take on too much risk, it's a steal of 1. Really good shot.
Okay, just like an 11.5.
This is you're high siding it, so your thrown rock's going to gear away, it's going to spin. So it's kind of like a board waiter, I'm guessing, Brian.
He did just say 11.5, so
Okay.
just quiet, just kind of graze those 2 stones away.
Heavy board.
An inch more, Luke.
Now the plus is the left-hand rock doesn't have to move very far, so you can hit it a little thicker. That helps you stay in the rings with this thrown rock.
If you're just joining our coverage, coming in,
hard.
this young man, 4th amongst 4th rock throwers in the field percentage-wise. And look at the numbers on hits.
11.
Foul stone here in 3. Matt Manuel needing a little bit of precision, trying to hold the line, and he just misses, clipping that yellow.
Great go, Matt. Good try, brother. That's one shoot.
Game of inches.
I can kick it, right? We're good? 1 red? Yeah, okay.
Just the single as they confirm what it is in our feature here in London in a 1-1 tie.
Make a lot of noise.
1, 2, 3, 4. Here, look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. And away it goes.
Whoa! Curl!
Curl, come across. Got it. You're not going over the top at all. What a combination has he got. Watch out. Oh, look out. Oh, he moves it enough to pick up 3.
Wonderful shot.
Matt Manuel, run the yellow, clips him. What a shot. Oh, a young man is fired up, and why not?
Hard!
Mark Nichols, all 3 yellow moving. Vintage Nichols, what a beauty.
Stay with it, Heber. Here we go. Bang, bang. Move in. And away they go.
Some great shots, obviously, this week, and a lot more to come as we check the updated standings. Pool A, Dunstone, Cooey, we know they are in. We also know in Pool A, 4 losses and you're eliminated. That means Saskatchewan Knapp all the way down, officially out. Huge game, obviously, our feature, Manuel and Carruthers. On the other side, Botcher 6-1. Gushu the day off today. Huge win for Quebec over BC, so that's the line at 4-2. And on the ice right now, McEwen, Sturmey battling hard. So it's going to be a fun push to the finish line. We always call it moving day here on this Wednesday because usually by tonight, Thursday morning, you have a pretty good idea of who will be top 3 on each side. And as we bring you back to our feature, Nova Scotia Wild Card 2 in a 1-1 tie. So here at 4, it is Reed Carruthers, Yellow Rocks with Hammer here in London.
Line's good.
Just a slight overcurl on that soft weight double.
Weight's good.
Top 8.
Line's good.
Go ball.
Line's good.
Waist close.
Weight's great.
Close, Luke.
Don't want to pound this
Just do
hard.
it.
Yep. Whoa.
Just do it.
Yep.
Just do it.
Yep. You gotta go. Hard Luke.
Just
Hard
do it.
Luke.
Just
Hard
do it.
Luke. Hard Luke. Good.
How would you have? 15-4 on that, guys.
Okay, bud.
Which one's this?
So there's, to your point, Brian, you know, he's got one that curls more than the other. And smart move not to yell down to Reed and say, this is my cutter.
Maybe a little max.
He just
Looks
gave him
pretty
the
good
number.
right now.
Hopefully Reed's got that
He's
figured out.
heavy. Slight bump.
Oh, I'm sure Reed Carruthers,
Well,
the player, the
T-line
coach, is
Yeah.
all over it.
Yeah.
we're T-line.
I was in a C final to get to our provincials in New Brunswick.
I think
one
it
year.
was the D final.
Yeah,
if I
well,
recall.
probably,
Yeah,
it was
okay.
almost. We were down 5-1 at the break,
Just lock it on for
and
now.
I had
Same
thrown
shot, Jeff.
all 8 stones after 5 ends. I could not find a pair of rocks I liked. And in the 5th end break, my front end's chatting to the opponent, and one of the guys on the team was from that club.
T-line.
And
Whoa, then.
Brad Odisha said to him,
good.
Russ just can't find 2 good rocks. And he says, well, when I play those white rocks, white handles, I always use this, this, and this. We had to come back and win the game. So you should not give that information out.
Well, if you were smart, you would have reached over a sheet when they weren't looking, grabbed who you liked.
Good spot. Great sleep, guys. Great sleep there, Luke.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Double peel. Good toss, bud.
Long run back here. Tough to get them both.
Curl, 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 curl.
Just
driving through.
Try, bud. It's close.
So off the top, remember, Russ, I asked you, when did you think this team was for real? And you said that Alberta game, 5-4, they stuck right with Cooey, and then a couple of wins, the loss to Manitoba, rebound game Saskatchewan, and they'll wrap up with Northern Ontario, Newfoundland, Labrador, and that game tomorrow morning versus Horgan. That could be absolutely critical to making the playoffs.
Yeah, they only lost to Dunstone Cooey. That's pretty good.
I think we're either doing like
But
that.
Kathy, we saw that Horgan game this morning, and that was their best game of the week. They are trending upwards in a big-time way.
Well, they just played so confidently all through the order. They were reading the ice really well, throwing big weights, throwing quiet weights. And that is a team that has kind of slid under the radar so far this week.
Is this, you like that at all?
That's okay.
Sure.
I don't hate that.
Okay, top 4.
Be a little careful here that with the speed that Derek can throw, he can run that red straight back and maybe get all 3 reds moving.
4-10.
Try to freeze one on the top of the yellow, top 4.
We can clean it.
Line's good.
Weight's real close.
Can't bounce.
Like to go.
Can't bounce.
Okay.
Gotta go.
Have a look then, boys.
Easy.
This is the best
Gotta
spot
wait.
I've seen.
Running like it's a little hot, guys.
just
Line's
not
good.
hot.
Line's
boys,
good.
go.
Not hot.
Come on, Nick.
Hard, Nick.
Come on, Nick.
Line's good.
Pound up.
Go,
buddy.
go, go,
Line's
Nick.
good.
We're there, we're there, we're there.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Great shot, Luke.
Precision. Just locks it right on, and look at the Reds now in front.
That's so good.
Trying to hit about a quarter of this one.
Yeah. Okay. Line's good. Come on, Nick. Hard, Nick. Come on, Nick. Line's good. Count up. Go, Nick.
We're there. Whoa. Great shot, Luke.
So interesting, Russ. You talked about it off the top. They play Cooey, tough loss. So much about belief, you know, knowing you can do it, having close games. As we watch the run back here from Derek.
Good. Great shot.
Hey, Derek.
And I always kind of look at it as golf. You break 80 for the first time. It takes you 10 years, and you finally shoot 79, 78. And they're like, well, I can do this. I've done it.
Yeah.
And you had a similar story back when you played about taking on some of the greats and finally breaking through.
Yeah, my team that we had to beat to get out of Southern Ontario was the great Ed Warnick, Paul Savage, those guys, Johnny Quadja. They were legends, two-time world champions. And we ran around trying to stay close the first couple times, and then you went, wait a minute, you know, we lost 6-5 or something, and you go home and go, you know, if I'd done that, or if he didn't make that, and you have to get to the point that you think you can win. And sometimes that's a steep curve, but once you get to that point, it's like breaking 80. All of a sudden, it looks manageable, and you break through.
Are you sure you just want? Can I just throw it? Do I have to throw an 8? What's that? Can I throw it hard? Do I have to throw an 8?
Yeah, throw it nice.
Sliver low. Yeah.
This red is lined up perfect to get both yellows.
Kathy, sheet B.
It is 2 right now for PEI. Carson Sturmey tried to draw in that pocket with the outturn on his final stone was heavy and slid to the back 12. So looking for the 4-foot.
Good shot.
So Luke Saunders now that one lonely yellow on her feature on the button. And Tyler Smith delivers the outturn, final stone.
Always Ed. Line's good. Go for weight. Line's good.
Run the yellow in.
Yeah, go a bit hard, Ed.
Line's really good. Not sure it helps us.
Hard, Ed.
Adam Cox, Alex McFadden, Ed White on this team from PEI, trying to drag it in there a little bit more.
Oh boy. Good brush, guys.
Well done.
And just enough.
Yep.
So a good battle back, PEI. 3 on the board and a 1-point lead over Wildcard 3.
Hey, you too, Alex.
Good toss, Tyler.
Yeah.
Big trouble for Carruthers here. Yep. That red goes off the side red.
Like, unless you're throwing smoke and just trying to do this and kill 3 reds. It's scary too, though, eh?
I don't think I can kill 3, can I? You think I can get rid of?
You can get rid of everything but this.
Okay.
Like if you hit this, these are all going, right?
If I make this round, let's say I make this perfectly.
That's a shot.
What's he playing?
This, and I'm facing 3.
Okay. If you want, I can play that. If you think, at least then we have our yellow to run back.
We can play this softer too, so that this doesn't spring.
Yeah, you want to take a timeout? Take a timeout.
Sure.
Timeout.
It's all about controlling the front here, and they are not doing that very well. So how do you run through get a couple reds out there without disturbing your shot rock?
And the coach is Rob Meekin.
Yeah.
Well, even the 1.
Why don't we like?
Well, yeah.
He's scared.
We're in big trouble.
I know, but
if I make this,
we're looking at 2 shots, like soft, and just trying to rearrange these. Stick the 1 somewhere in here. The other shot is to play this and hit, and trying to get everything goes like this. Every rock goes, but that.
Sure, that's a great shot.
That's a simpler one too.
Like you can err on thick here. If you go thick, this won't spring very far.
Okay.
So, but ideally you're shaving it, right?
Okay.
3/4 kind of thing?
No, thinner, I think.
It's thinner.
Okay.
that'll get them all going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2/3.
It's going to give me a chance to score.
Short round, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, bud.
Like, is half a rock close?
It's
is that
thick half, it looks
thicker?
like.
Okay.
I think this is our shot.
Yeah.
Gotta have a chance to score.
Okay.
The key is getting this angle perfect. If they can just slide off, slide off of this top one as thin as they can to get that to miss that yellow. There's a chance it'll go towards the yellow if they don't get this angle perfect.
Clean up on aisle 5. Derek Samagalski, what has he got? Big time weight, gets the reds and clips the yellow.
Shot, bud.
And now there's kind of a stagger with those reds.
You know what? That was thinner than they wanted, but perfect. He managed to stay buried, kept it in play, and there's actually a triple now. And things will change here. The furniture's going to move, but they missed that rock at 2 o'clock, top 8.
You hit the top one. Like what you're thinking. Seeing just like a nice 8.5. You guys clean that path? It is brutal, isn't it?
I was worried about going real thin and going.
Yeah, no, I know.
Killing everything in him lane 3. That's a real good result.
Yeah, no, it's a good shot.
It's like nice 8.5.
Hit just
hit
backwards as thin as you can. Try to stick it.
Yeah, close. Oh. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Skip Stones here at 4. Matt Manuel.
Hard, buddy. Hard.
Clip it and right by.
Too much ice.
Oh. No worries. Ran really straight. Sorry, guys.
Okay, good throw.
And a rare miss from statistically one of the best hitters in the field this week.
Yeah, that's a shock, really. I tried really, really hard. You know, if you hit half that, you spin out, and you only sit 2. He was trying to make it perfect, I think, and trying to hit an inch of that thing. Wasn't far off.
First thought was the run plant. Kill 2 of the reds. He makes a mistake, we get a deuce.
I don't mind the run plant.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
run 100%.
We got you. Okay, Reed.
Dead middle is stone.
Dead middle is stone. Yeah. I'm just trying to plant her on the 2
Plant
for
it in
you.
front of the yellow.
Okay, bud.
Well, as Reed Carruthers told me before the game, just finding some confidence and some consistency, having some trouble reading the ice. The loss in the opener, then a couple of wins, and then a bit of a stumble. Alberta, Manitoba, and really needing to run the table. Nova Scotia, Nunavut, and then Saskatchewan on Thursday.
Run plant, that's the new buzzword. Run back 3/4 and try to stick it on the top Nova Scotia red there. Should make a double, possibly triple.
Reed Carruthers and squirts 2 reds spinning. Still shot stone, wild card, back button.
Good throw, Reader.
Curled more than I thought. Sorry, guys.
Good throw around.
Sorry.
Not a bad result, though.
Sorry,
throw,
Con.
No, I missed it.
Oh, I called curl.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
More than I thought.
Not bad, bud.
Shoot.
You threw it really good. I can't get thin enough to get under there.
Okay, and just getting it out of there is not as good for you, right? Like just ripping them both out.
No, I don't want to rip them. He might play the blank or he might play that blank.
Okay.
I definitely want to stick around. Force here is really nice.
Okay, buddy.
Just give me a couple inches less ice and I'll give you a good throw here.
Same shot he just
Half a
threw.
rock?
Yeah.
Thin half.
You can't get through the port, obviously, so it's kill that yellow one somehow. You'd like to stay.
Yeah, same thing. Similar weight. Try to hit like a thin half here and just spin the red off the back, maybe a foot. Yeah, love that. You got it. Just an inch more, Luke.
Trying to recover.
Whoa. Yep.
Flash with his first, his final here in 4 without hammer. Matt Manuel.
Gotta go, it's rolling out.
Hit it, tap it. And 2 reds, which one do I pick? Back and forth.
Throw, Matt.
That's like a dog seeing a squirrel. Which one do you chase?
2 squirrels.
Gotta go, it's rolling out.
So the rules stay, all kidding aside, you can't have 2 sweeping both. You can only have 1 sweeper and you decide, which is what Connor was doing there.
He was trying to be both people.
The double negative agent.
Good toss here. Yep. Good toss, Ram.
So after all of this is a potential blank, is it not?
Yeah, no kidding. What are the odds of that?
Well,
Final stone, wild card 2, Reed Carruthers.
Easy, curl, curl.
Run it back, clip it enough, and can you believe it? A blank on the board.
It was close,
And I'm telling you, if you saw the scoreline at home online, you would not believe it. All those rocks in play and a beauty finish to a great end of curling. 1-1 after 4 in our feature from London. Welcome back to Budweiser Gardens, downtown London, Ontario, and the south part of the province, just off Highway 401. About a 2-hour drive, maybe a little bit more depending on traffic, west of Toronto, and home to the great London Knights in the OHL. Some wonderful players over the years. That championship team in 2016 that won the Memorial Cup. Mitch Marner, Matthew Tkachuk, Christian Dvorak, Devin Bouchard. They were a powerhouse team. As the CHL on TSN Memorial Cup will be in Kamloops this year right here on TSN. In the meantime, we've taken over the home of the Knights on an 8-game road trip so we can bring you the best curlers in the country. The Tim Hortons Brier here in 5 in a 1-1 tie. And Russ, that might be one of the most unlikely blanks you will ever see in that last end.
So true. Just the amount of upweight, virtually perfect angle every time to get out of jail for Team Carruthers there. And Nova Scotia's putting a ton of heat in these guys.
Yep, gotta go.
As we talked about earlier, you know, they lost to Cooey in a close one, lost to Dunstone, which everybody's done.
Push that over.
Really impressive team here. Whoops.
Sorry, Reed.
Sorry, Reed.
I'm not. Never know. Sometimes you can make a
Oh, that was a terrible throw.
And it's just funny, right? The sportsmanship. You hear them apologizing to the other team because that obviously wasn't the call. Another part I love about this game is, you know, it's such a tight-knit community, and you cover this sport, and the players are always so gracious with their time, win or lose. You see even the losing team signing autographs for young kids or taking photos. And the Brier, it's a special championship for a million reasons, and those are just a few.
So true. And other than the COVID years, it starts and ends with a handshake, and it's there's so much camaraderie, even though they're out there to beat each other up. It's amazing how tight-knit the community really is, and the great things that these players do.
I think one of my greatest memories is that guy, Montreal Canadiens fan. There you go. Sorry, pal, not a great season thus far, but that's okay. They're battling hard. Took the Hurricanes to a shootout last night at the Bell Center. The Brier tanker crowd surfing in St. John's after Gushue won his first. I mean, that was chills in the building.
All right, you got it.
You played in the thing and won it. I mean, that was so special, that crowd in that part of Canada.
Well, it was the circumstances. Like Brad had been, I don't know how many, 13 Briers, hadn't won one, got so close you could taste it year after year. It's in Newfoundland for the first time in I don't know how long. And it was just the perfect storm. That entire building was full, and there wasn't a human being that wasn't, by the end of that game, wasn't cheering for Gushue, and I think that's what got that rock to the top 8 foot.
And there actually was a storm. I think the power went out. Yeah, that's right. One of the playoff games in the wind outside, but it was a really special Brier.
Hard! You're good.
He's gentle with that one.
Yeah, just a touch.
So no stones up front here in 5. Couple in the house. Shot stone belongs to wildcard 2 with hammer.
After that kind of lucky error there for Nova Scotia, Reed could have chased that red one, tried to sit 3, score a big end, but he was worried about the front. He's played a fairly safe end here, trying to get a relaxed 2 here, or just actually blank. The most amazing thing now with all the rocks in play, almost every end, Brian, is sometimes there's 9 options. And it's fascinating to watch different skips do different things in different situations.
Isn't that, though, what makes the sport so great? Is the options. It's just like anything else, execution.
Yeah, exactly.
And believing in the shot and getting in the hack, seeing it and throwing it.
I thought when the miss came from Nova Scotia, Reed would play the come around tap, try to set 3. So in his head, he's thinking blank, go to 6, is what I'm guessing.
Gotta go, Con. Gotta go, Con.
Hard. Go, go, go. Okay.
He was thinking blank.
Okay.
So an unforced error, and now Nova Scotia a chance to split the rings. Or throw one up top.
I'm with you, though.
Fair?
Chase, this is where things have changed again strategically. Guards were a lot easier when the ice was straight. The ice is no longer straight. There's a good chance you could be inside 6 inches, outside 6 inches, and give Reed a chance to get at that. Then we're back to the blank probably. I'd split the rings this late in the contest. You know, you've only got 2 double opportunities, or Reed's going to have to be forced.
Kathy, take us to sheet B.
Pretty high.
Well, on his final stone, Tyler Smith was trying to get around a guard and tap that red stone back to lie 3, but he wrecked on the guard and he actually moved it into the house. And so now for Carson Sturmey, if he can get to the nose and tap his own back, it's for 3.
Only 2 teams in the field get to score a 3, and
Hard.
that's what Sturmey is trying to accomplish.
Hard. You gotta go. Hurry. Hurry.
And right behind this sheet, and this one is curling up, trying to hold the line. Little tap. Oh, yeah, sticks it.
Shot.
And 3 on the board.
3.
For the young man out of the St. Albert Curling Club.
Nice. Shot.
Just north of Edmonton. And a 5-3 lead. And that young man has been knocking on the door in Alberta for a long time. He is a good young player and a great young team.
Another great reason for the 3 wildcard teams, Brian. Sturmey might never get into this Brier with, you're trying to get by Cooey Botcher.
Roll that. Yep. It is. Go, buddy.
That's a great scrub to hold that shooter, get a piece of the red, avoid the long guard.
Just grabbed in my hand.
That picked in his hand, he said. So. There was, back to the original point, the guard didn't really serve Nova Scotia any value. It gave Carruthers a chance to blank. They just had a pick after
Just a little more, Luke.
He let it go, Derek.
Just going for nose, bud?
Yeah.
I think splitting the rings would have been smarter there. Now they get the chance to split the rings.
Yeah, he threw a couple here.
Sheet D, Kathy, Ontario, New Brunswick.
Well, New Brunswick trying to climb back after a steal of 2 last end. It is shot stone that belongs to New Brunswick. There's also another one underneath Ryan Fry. And so this is the red, yellow into the crotch run back for 3.
In our feature, Matt Manuel will hit and stick to lie 2. Final stone on the way, sheet D, Mike McEwen.
Yep.
Whoa. So many years out of Manitoba, now representing Ontario. Run it back. And can't get that red moving, so it sticks around for a steal. And look out. Yeah, Kathy, New Brunswick. Call the cops.
Red.
As they're stealing right back into this game, now within 1.
Where are we rolling to?
Under the guard.
Okay.
Nose is okay, but
You trying to roll it a bit?
I'm gonna try to roll under the guard.
Okay, bud. What kind of weight?
No, smooth.
Smooth. Okay.
Dead middle.
All right, Coach Howard, your strategy for our folks at home. You could draw in. The guard is what, too high?
Yeah,
what is the thought process
That's
here?
just it.
Okay.
With this extra curl today, that guard's really not there. So make this go away. Try to roll behind it.
Close.
Create
Curl.
a little bit of a nuisance, but they've kind of conceded themselves to a single here.
Good shot.
Whoa, we got to stick
Good shot. Good shot. Good shot.
Okay.
And if that didn't stick around, Nova Scotia maybe does go around and put some heat on. I mean, they still can, and it looks like they're going to.
They're shot rocks. So they might. Why not?
Yeah.
And keep it high. Like, Reed's the type of player. You put this on the button, he's going to chase it, tap it back. But you go top 8 here, then he's got to get around it.
Don't go in here too. What's that? I'll draw to that wing if you wanted to. We could. I don't mind trying to sink one top four. Like, he can't really afford to chase it. You know, he gets it a little bit wrong.
Yeah, this is a lot of ice, right?
This is
on
a
purpose.
I think so, yeah.
Keep it high.
Yeah,
We want to
exactly.
be on purpose.
And for a former skip here,
Just a
Russ,
little
how
more,
valuable is it now for Matt? He can basically, it's a free draw in the fifth end and in turn and put this in your memory bank.
Well said. It's to the hearts, right? Which is something they're going to need later on. It's right to the pin. It's not to the corner. You know, this is the shot he might need to win the game.
Top eight.
Talk about great a hitter he is at 50% on draws. This does come in handy to get a practice shot.
Who's in? We have to switch.
Hey, Wake's perfect.
This one's got a curl. Don't leave a double. Go ahead,
So look how far it got by that center line guard, and we'll see where this actually stops. And that gives you a good idea of how much curl. That's a great camera angle from our crew, just to show you how much it is curling.
Whatever. And he left the right side open, so there's no double.
You'll get a little bit here.
So it's wide open
Not
pretty
crazy,
much with the curl, but still a little tricky here for Reed Carruthers.
It's all speed here, and that's what makes it tricky. He's a hair light. It does get to the guard. He's a hair heavy. He can hit and roll out here.
Nice toss here, Ram.
We've seen this spot. It's kind of medium curl, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Really got to commit here, Brian. Do you want to throw board or do you want to throw back line? There's a good foot difference at the far end depending on which one you pick.
Is it not throw the one to your sweepers that can help you out more?
I would. I would always lean on the lighter of the two options here to give the boys a chance.
So you don't have to tap it far. You just want to get that single. Final stone here in 5. Wild card 2, Reed Carruthers. By the guard, no problem.
Perfect speed.
And that is a veteran throw from the skipper. Nice little tap and a single.
Good throw, buddy.
It's been a good game for a 2-1 game. Low scoring, but a lot of high quality shots so far here in London.
The 2023 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, proudly serving Canada's favorite coffee. By Cashmere Bathroom Tissue, nothing feels like it. By BKT Tires and OK Tire. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Fueling up after 5. Team wildcard number 2. In what's been a low scoring game, but some real quality curling and some nice shots from both sides. Which brings us to After 5, brought to you by PointsBet Canada, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
Well, what jumps out is in 3 and 5 the forces, but both teams that had hammer had to work their brains off to just force. And as Brian says, the score doesn't dictate the quality of play. 92% for Reed Carruthers.
And that is After 5 in a 2-1 game. Just singles thus far as we wait a first team to pick up a pair. And what's going on out here, Kathy?
It's a Coca curl.
Okay, look at that. Hurry hard to the pin.
It
Keep
stopped.
sleeping. You're hired. Get to the booth.
It's now or never, yeah, it's now or never. The clock is ticking, my ambitions will outlast the pressure. It's now or never, yeah, the time is now. Work hard, play hard, that's what I'm about.
Here we go. Bang. And across. Oh, and
Something special.
My ambitions will outlast the pressure. It's now or never, yeah, the time is now. Work hard, play hard, that's what I'm about.
Must-see TV, no other way to put it. Kevin Cooey, 4 Brier championships, looking for his 5th. Matt Dunstone, a couple of bronze medals, and man, he has looked so sharp for Manitoba. That is tonight. Vic Roeder back in the booth. Russ Howard, Kathy Gauthier, can't miss it. 7 Eastern, can't wait. Alberta, Manitoba. Welcome back inside the arena for our continuing coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier here on TSN. So after 5, a 2-1 advantage. A lot of good shot making, a few blanks on the board. And in a 2-1 game, it is Nova Scotia Red Rocks with Hammer here in 6.
Ice maker comes out 5th end break, puts a little pebble down the slide path.
Little bit.
That muscle memory you had as a front end player goes out the window because it's that little bit quicker underfoot. They also mop the ice, and we see this, Kathy, so many times where that corner guard slides into the rings in end number 6.
It's almost as though that should be a talking point for every coach at the 5th end. When you're leaving, don't forget.
Right. But you do forget.
Yeah.
So if we can make the adjustment here.
Way better. It's good, halfway. Okay. Line's good.
Nick played in 4 Canadian Junior Championships. The last one, 2018 Shawinigan, as a second for Matt.
It's like perfect.
Don't leave it too high, guys.
Try not to.
Hard, guys. A little more, Jeff. A little more. Carve it over there. Carve it over there. Get on the cup.
Good job, Nick.
Good, Nick. Great shot. Splitting center, bud.
Splitting center. Full speed.
Yeah.
I love that comment too. Instead of worrying about a split time and a number.
Line's good.
I added this one, I pushed that one, I took something off this one. It was just full speed. So it's as fast as it's been the whole game. They've been there for an hour and a half. They know what the speed is, and it's so easy to replicate that.
Stay with it.
Gordo. I think we just let it
Okay, so that's 15-8, no touch.
Yeah.
Real quick, boys.
Good shot.
Full speed, no kidding. That's the fastest, the highest number I've heard all week. 15-8.
And that's the stopwatch time, Russ, from hog to hog?
Yes, hog to hog. Reason teams do that, it's usually the skip that's, or the whoever's holding the broom at the far end that has to do the timing because the other two are too busy sweeping. And you can see those lines quite clearly from a long distance. But what it doesn't show you is what it's doing second hog line to the button. And that fools us so many teams.
Hard, Nick.
There we go.
Hard, boys. Hard, boys. Bounce it off. You gotta get off of this.
Yeah, we're gonna move it.
Bounce it off, Luke. You gotta get off of this. Don't
real hard.
Okay. Throw a guard on the red, I think, eh, bud?
Sure. Yeah.
So he's
you
asking.
got this like 4 feet slower, this stone?
Guard this.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Just a hair slower.
Okay, bud.
Line's good.
Good.
Looks hot.
Yeah, right now.
Derek's rock.
Can't.
High.
It's got to sit though, I think.
Yeah.
Halfway.
We're a little tighter.
Tight.
It's almost
to it.
to it.
See with
Really curling, guys.
Gordo curl maybe?
Curl,
I don't know.
curl.
Curl. Get it off the...
curl.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
All right.
More threats, more betrayals, more power. Get ready for another explosive season of the hit crime drama Power Book 2. Ghost premieres Friday, March 17th on Stars.
Kick off.
Another thing that happens all the time is Connor threw his slower rock. He identified it to the team saying it's 4 feet slower, this rock, but it's a sharper rock. That's what makes it slower. But as the pebble wears off, the difference in the two rocks becomes smaller, and he threw that heavy.
Okay.
It's good, Jeff.
Nice, Jeff.
Actually, you got to be careful. Don't go too high.
I think halfway is probably good depth.
Yeah, halfway is a great shot. So T-line's
halfway.
T-line's almost like a 15-2 here. Like it's nice speed. So just give us a quick game speed throw. You got it.
Heard Derek say we don't want to be too high because you might see Nova Scotia switch gears and go right around everything.
Right now.
So the rock they're guarding is not really close to the button.
Call it.
It's interesting when you talk, for people at home not familiar, so the hog-to-hog time, way more scientific because the split times, a guy could push out maybe pull it back at the hog line, reset it, and then it sort of can fool the front end at times.
No question. If you've got a tuck delivery, for instance, you might be like a 4.2 backline to hog, whereas a flat foot delivery is more like a 3.8 to get the rock in the same spot. And now what are you doing? You're really confusing yourself.
Or we go thin into it.
I was sort of seeing the first one. I think you rolled to a corner.
Sorry?
Do you roll to a corner?
No.
No, fair.
I mean, this is pretty good too.
Just this, yeah.
He is just popping the guard, but
I like the slash.
You like the slash?
That's a lot harder.
It's when to make the move,
Okay,
too,
let's
isn't
go
it?
nose.
If this was Skipper's first rock, he's going around trying to get his 2. So when do you do that? Do you do it with Luke's second one? Do you do it now? They've elected to try to open things up at this point. A blank end, the way it's setting up, would not be all that bad for Nova Scotia because they're in a bit of trouble here.
Nick! Nick! Little more.
Luke Saunders got 1, got 2. He's got 3 moving.
It's good, Luke.
It does open up the front.
Good shot.
Got Luke.
Great, sweet. Good job.
It's good, Luke.
A little unlucky to get that redirect and stick in the corner there.
Kathy, we saw Colleen Jones in the crowd. How hard is it for a competitive curly of Colleen's stature, your stature, to watch your kids compete?
Brutal. It's so hard because a lot of parents, if you don't come from a strong curling background, are here just hoping that their family members do their best. But when you know as much as Colleen does, she knows on his release what he's doing. She knows what happens when he makes a shot, what he's left for the opponent. It's that infinite extra knowledge that you have that really shrinks the that's a great shot to a very small margin.
Clean.
Always a mom first.
You bet.
Nice shot, Brap.
Very nice.
Call
Great
Ram.
shot.
Great spot. Good call, Reader. Great
That's
spot.
good.
Nice shot, buddy.
Yeah, that or the roll in.
Play that.
That or that, yeah.
Okay.
Another great call by
10.5.
Carruthers. By guarding second shot that allows Nova Scotia to hit and roll buried, and you think to yourself, why would he have done that? But he got the guard in nice and tight. If the guard was long, this roll's buried. Reed's got a tough shot, but with his skill level, that yellow raise, if this is made perfect, is quite makeable for Carruthers.
Yep.
Come on, Nick. Thought I was live. How's the weight? Easy.
Close,
Jack.
yep.
Easy.
Yep.
Easy.
Whoa.
Gotta roll it.
Luke,
Roll
little
it.
hit, little roll. Lovely one
Got
from
Luke.
Saunders.
Come on, Luke.
Shot, stone, Barry, top button. I love it. You got to play the crowd. There you go, Mom. That's pretty good.
Yes, exactly.
That's who he was pointing at.
Yeah, you betcha.
More cowbell.
Great throw. Matthew was getting pretty excited on that line call. Luke's going easy. And
I like this
he
move
knew
'cause
what
it's
speed he threw.
Okay, so just hold it right there. I'm going out turn.
All right, Kathy, back to you on Sheet B, Wildcard 3, PEI.
And this is the shot that Tyler Smith has struggled with 3 times this game. He has faced similar situations, and you heard him once say, I just got in my head. First time he missed, the second time he raised his opponent's stone in that led to the 3. A chance for 2.
How hard is this shot, though, Kathy? It looks like that guard is tight, not a lot of room to maneuver.
It is, but it does curl.
Whoa.
With quiet weight to get the finish.
Hard. Hey.
And you see that guard coming to your screen right now. There it is. By that, no problem. Curl enough, move it enough, and they will not.
Good try, Tyler.
So a steal of 1.
And
As
it's just overswept it.
3 for Wildcard 3 last in, a steal of 1 and a 6-3 lead. Back to our feature, the run back. Oh, precision.
Hey, sweeping. Good shot, Ram.
Answering shots back and forth. Reed Carruthers with a beauty.
It's just so much fun to watch this game. He left the hit and roll. Smart enough to throw a tight guard. The guard was executed perfectly, and what a shot.
I mean, even if I can that in there,
Love that.
He's making that pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're a pretty good strategist
Neither's,
when
like, great.
the opponent makes a perfect hit and roll and they're in trouble.
Them all make a difference. Like those guards are insane.
I got that one into
You know,
here.
Reed was due up coming home against Dunstone in the provincial final in
You got
Manitoba.
options on this one.
I know.
And they hit a burnt rock halfway through the 10th end.
Like if I get
Dunstone
this one, I
managed to
think
get the
that's best
3.
result, then he's drawing here, and then we got that for our 1.
Yeah.
What a shot.
Yeah, I definitely have options on this. It's just, it's hard to make very good unless I did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair.
What do you like?
Yeah, I think 1 best.
Okay, let's do it. 8.5, try and get into there.
Okay.
Although, I mean, we could throw it a little softer, right? And I could try to keep it behind the red.
I don't mind playing with the weight here, actually. That's probably very smart.
What's that?
It's probably very smart if you play around with the weight here a little
Like try and do that and just hit it a sliver high.
Roll to there or roll to there.
Like a 9.5.
Yeah. Got options.
Key is to make some noise
Just an inch high,
with that
Luke.
shot
Hey,
rock,
buddy.
and that makes
Saying like 9.5.
Matthew's
inch
last one
high.
easier.
Good, try and keep it behind the red.
Yeah.
3 ways this could work. You can hit it behind the red, you can hit
just an
it
inch
behind
more,
the
Luke.
yellow, or you can hit the top yellow and roll in for second shot.
Nice throw here.
No. Close. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa! Nick!
Nick!
Hard, Nick!
Trying to carve it over. Makes contact with 2 yellows, but
Yeah,
look
did
at
you
that
hit it?
now, buried.
I think it was going out.
It's out.
Yeah.
It's out.
And a chance for wild card 2 to
that's
add a little
unlucky.
more heat.
Too bad.
Kiss that top one.
Just didn't anticipate it running quite that straight, not far off.
A little unlucky. Kissing that top one to the button.
It ticks the top one thinner. He actually makes the double.
I like the end.
Yep. Love it.
So, 15-2. 15-2 is perfect here. Right there.
Okay, Rams, you got it. bud.
15-2, beautiful speed. No sign of it slowing down at all.
You want it right to it?
Yeah, frozen on the
Okay.
nose.
Shoot.
If anything, we cross a touch.
Ideally, you're just going to go full forward, like right on top.
I'm dead freezing, and if anything, I want to cross it an inch. So
Okay,
if he
bud.
plays the corner back,
It sticks.
it's a steal.
Okay.
15-2 here, boys.
Okay, bud. Nice toss your Ram.
Why not? Draw the button's not a lot easier.
No. Because you'd have to go wide and turn.
Yeah.
Could just throw a guard here, but there's an angle raise, and
Line's dead.
Matthew's made a ton of those, so they're going to go for the juggler here, trying to sink this as close as they can to the button.
Close.
Line only.
Line.
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 Little heavy!
Hard line.
All there!
Okay, easy.
T!
We're
tapping.
You just don't want to give him a get out of jail free card either.
Yeah, exactly. They got to get the curl, which they already have.
And there it is, and there it goes.
You gotta go.
Snuggle it up a little bit more, and that is just another beauty. Vintage Reed Carruthers.
Good shot, Ram.
So good.
Yeah.
Great shot, Ram.
Thanks. Good sweep.
Great shot, bud.
Good judge, buddy. Nice job, Ram. 5-15.
I'm surprised at this.
Just a hair, slight tap.
Square it up.
Drawn here.
Go. You gotta go.
You got the Jennifer Jones in off. You got the Redstone, I guess you could run in as well up top.
And the angle raise from the Tim Horton Cup could get you the blank, actually, or a score. Now,
Same you gave
15.
tough to score a single here. This might cut them down to 1, which is pretty good too, but
Draw the button here, guys. We know how to make this one.
it's whatever you're feeling. It's Skip's choice.
I know it's not the same path, but last end he got a freebie with an in-turn draw.
Right. That's true.
Different path,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's a good idea that he threw it.
So needs a beauty here. Final stone on the way. Matt Manuel here in 6 in a 2-1 lead for wild card 2 Reed Carruthers.
Gotta go 8.
Needs to curl and it needs to go.
Hard, boys. Hard, Jeff. 15-3, go. Hard,
Big scrub. You see Jeff Meager, all he's got. Dragon at least for second shot. Gotta go. Keep going. And I don't know if that's enough.
What are we doing?
It looks like a steal of 2.
Boy, what a brilliant try. He had to go wider than Reed. And he's into a little fresher path with these newly sharpened stones, and they just couldn't drag it.
Good?
Yeah, look at it.
And kicked away, so it is a steal of 2. In a must-win for wild card 2. And Reed Carruthers, a 3-point advantage after 6. Welcome back inside Budweiser Gardens. In our feature, big steal of 2 for a 4-1 lead. Kathy, what are you seeing across these sheets of ice today?
Well, I'm seeing genetics in Luke Saunders. He is at 92%. What a difference in that game. And the difference in a day. Reed Carruthers not confident yesterday, a whole different person today. Carson Sturmey is capitalizing on those misses by Tyler Smith. Tyler just not believing that the Rocks will curl as much as they will. Higgs, well, we talked about the historic win. He's just very comfortable out now, pushing Jamie Cooey, and the back end bogeys are the percentages for the back end from Northwest Territories. And reading slowly for the Jones team from New Brunswick, they just didn't get a handle on the over curls. They got down early, and Mike McEwen now just coming off that 3-point end last end, starting to feel like they're back on a roll in this game.
As we continue to roll here at the Tim Hortons Brier. As we know, the Brier back to Regina next year, the Scotties in Calgary. As our season of champions continues here on TSN. And a 4-1 advantage for wildcard 2, so it is Nova Scotia. The Red Stones with Hammer trying to claw back in this game. And there you see the 2 corners, the 2 in the house from Rob Gordon.
Nova Scotia's got to be scratching their head. They had Carruthers down and out that one end. It was a blank muddy when there was rocks absolutely everywhere. They somehow made doubles, triples, angle raises and worked their way into a blank situation. And a perfect hit and roll from Luke Saunders here, and you're thinking maybe get my 2 here. And Reed just tears the heart out of Nova Scotia with a double run back, sticks it and staggers the guards. And then a perfect come around to the pin to set up the steal.
It just doesn't feel, Russ, like a 4-1 game.
Not at all. Maybe 4-1 the other way. Nova Scotia's had their chances, and it's not like they let them get away. You could say they missed that last shot, but that was a very difficult stone.
So they have their 2 corner guards set up here in 7. Wild card 2 with the 3 stones in play as Jeff Meager delivers here for Nova Scotia.
Hard, Luke. Hard, Luke.
Hard,
Luke, come on. Okay, helps.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad at all. You get stuff behind the tee line. That's what you want. You've still got your 2 corner guards.
I think so.
Matter of fact, by removing this red one, it could jam on the
not much for
yellow corner there.
Or rethrow it, smidgens.
Connor in his 4th Brier appearance. Played for 3 Briers with Jason Gudlickson.
Yep. Gotta go, hard Gordo.
And look out, that yellow. And they will pick it out.
And it's just a rock, I think. But
yeah, okay.
Is that the 7?
Yeah, good throw.
It's a good throw.
Good throw. It's good. Yeah.
He's got a sharp one for sure.
10.5. Clean.
Waist nice. Nice curl here.
Yep.
Weight is nice.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
One.
Yep.
Yep.
Man, how do you think? Okay, it's good.
Too good.
No, you guys have thrown this one a bunch, eh?
Yeah, so Ram's thrown this a bunch with board.
He's giving me easy.
And he's easy.
You said easy?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good ice.
Okay, speed's good?
Speed's nice. Good release there. That's heavy.
Clean.
Hair big.
Clean. Yep.
Hair big for easy.
Yep, gotta go. Yep.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Weight's good.
Yep, keep going, Con. All the way, all the way, right to the nose. Nice sweep.
Good throw. Good
Nice throw.
Nice shot. Nice shot, boy, Brad. Weight ended up coming down pretty good. Yeah, it was fine for weight. It's fine for weight, yeah.
Just a pure strategy question, Russ. Why not use your corner? Or
you know, you're onto something there. You really could. That's why you threw it, and it's early enough. You could get around that. I think the problem here is it's not an easy double. So if you went around the corner, Reed peels the corner, and you've got to make that double. To make the double, you probably roll out. So I think what they're maybe thinking is one more of these. If we then have a chance at a double, then we go around the corner. It's a chicken and egg thing, really.
Nick, you too, buddy.
Okay, good, Luke. All right.
And it will stick around. I know
Just
you
missed
like
that,
chicken
Luke.
more than
Good
eggs.
throw.
So I know you're leaning towards the chicken. Update time sheet B, Kathy.
Well, that Yellowstone thrown by Tyler Smith is frozen, but it is not shot. And so that red stone at the top of the 12-foot, well, that was the final stone by Karsten Sturmey, so that Tyler had no opportunity to tap it back for the 2. So this is the Y out-turn draw, needs to get a bite of the lid for the single.
Heavier.
Clean. Yep.
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 Yep, keep going.
Yep.
Hard, buddy. Right to it.
Right, put it right on the tee, guys.
Real nice, Derek.
Nice throw, Derek.
Looks like beautiful draw weight from Tyler Smith.
Yep.
Walking in a little bit
Tyler.
more. Oh, yeah,
Nice.
beauty. Very nice. So he'll pick up his single 6-4. Sturmey still leads.
It does really walk, right?
Yeah.
I do like that. I mean,
We got to be buried.
So
I like
that's
it.
exactly what we talked about with the chickens and the eggs. Now the double is makeable and hang around, so you go around the corner. I'm really impressed with this young team strategy.
Lots of weight right now. It's good. Jeff a little.
You could have gone around earlier, like you said, but you might have been forcing yourself to a force.
Hard, Jeff. Get it going.
Come on, Jeff, get it
Wait's
going.
pretty good. Top tee.
You too, Nick. You too.
Hard. Get some distance on it. Hard.
Get some
Come on,
drag.
Jeff. Keep it going. Keep
Get
it
some
going.
drag.
Bury it.
Get some
Bury
drag.
it,
Go!
Jeff. It's going to be good. Keep it coming.
Hard.
Keep it coming. Little more. Little more.
Keep
Bury
going.
it all. Bury it all. Good sweep,
Great
guys.
sweep, Jeff.
Well, Jeff.
Very happy to see that.
Jeff Meager.
Check a little bit.
Pretty buried, Jeff.
Not really.
Yeah, I got it. Hack. Right there with Hack.
Okay, Ram.
I mean,
Look at that.
It's like a hack waiter.
Completely buried, but
Like almost
thanks to the textured stones, this shot is makeable. Not easy.
I couldn't really see a third.
So was this makeable a couple days ago?
Not a chance. Well, you know, if you skinnied the guard with the perfect weight and got a quarter of it, you might have been able to kick it out of there. But yeah, this is it's gone from maybe a 10% chance to about a 40% chance.
Nail the weight and yeah, we're in.
Still probably not 50. Just the weight has to be good. Reed made one similar down the middle 2 ends ago. Remember, he just tapped it back line. The way he's playing, I think his odds are pretty good.
Yep.
Skip Stones here in 7. And a 4-1 lead for Reed Carruthers, team wild card number 2 out of the Morris Curling Club in Manitoba.
Clean, clean,
And nearly overcooked it, but it is a beauty. And you heard that late screen line from Reed as they almost overcarved it. Wow.
That was going.
Wow. Like that.
Great shot, bud.
The science behind the carving is if you can get the exact right angle. So if that rock's, let's say, curling at a 10-degree angle, if you can carve it at maybe a 20-degree angle and the rock catches that scratch mark,
Barely.
it'll jump, and that's what happened there.
Too close.
Oh.
I was.
Well, that makes one of us.
Top 8.
They were not trying to hit that dead on.
Should be Nick the whole way.
Matter of fact, it's in a bad spot, to be honest. If now you can angle freeze this, and because of the guard, you can't get it.
Nice throw, Matt.
It's good. Line only. We're gonna do it right now.
Tries
Line's
to
good. How we doing?
wind up
Little
a
bounce
skipper's
right now.
deuce here in 7.
Line's real good. Close, Nick.
Still a little bit close. But good.
Nick, go ahead. Nick, I'm late. Hard.
Gotta go. It's got
Hard. Keep the angle.
Wait's good.
Come on, Nick. Gotta go.
Where's Nick?
Go, Nick.
Trying to hold that angle as they want to be second shot rock, and look at that over curls.
That was perfect, Matt. It's my fault. Good throw, bud.
Yeah, I must not be quite as positive for them or something. I think everything I'm throwing is going 2 feet farther.
Like if I'm dead behind the one,
Yeah,
we're good,
it's fine.
right?
Yeah.
But when you texture the rocks, as we talked about, you've scratched them, so they can't be quite as fast. The speed in the sheet can go up and down, but
give me the best drawing
overall, the rock in your hand feels a little bit sharper, feels a little bit slower. They're not quite believing that it's maybe 2 feet, 3 feet slower.
In the 8 foot to be 3.
Okay.
There's a double the way Matthew can hit right now, so they got to get this back 8.
15, 15, 2 here.
Yep, I love it.
Okay, more than I've thrown,
No,
but I
weight's
was a
good.
little gentle.
I got gentle.
Okay.
I think it's okay.
Weight's good. Little light, I thought.
Okay,
Go ahead, then.
Really curling.
Yep.
Really curling, guys. Put this at least on the tee line.
We're T-line.
You gotta be at least on the tee.
can't hurt it.
Hard.
Can't hurt it.
We're T-line.
Gotta go.
You gotta go. You gotta
We're
go.
T-line.
Go.
We're T-line.
Distance, go. Gotta go.
yep,
Can't
yep,
hurt
yep,
it.
yep.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, I just
shot.
that.
Yeah, really good shot.
Good judge, you guys. Great judging.
Great shot, Ram.
I was sliding hard and I was a little pinchy.
pinchy.
That was gentle.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it curled.
Boy, it's not
Little nose, or
far
you just
off
let
the
it draw
triple.
into it? You just saw
I was
his.
just looking at that triple, but
15.
just need to come another inch for me.
Yeah.
Probably can't quite get it, eh?
Good trip.
You got to be
Throw a
so
spinner
careful.
3/4.
When Reeds came down there, if it had got to about there, that spot right like that, then you've got that 90-degree angle to score your 2. So he was dangerously close to setting up a triple. You're never safe when there's this much curl.
I like what you're thinking, though.
I like the draw.
So either draw for your 1, stick the double,
Yep.
and it looks like the draw's on.
This was a 15.
Yeah.
You're great.
I absolutely love your stones. Yeah, absolutely love your stones. They do exactly what they should.
Yeah.
And
Like, especially when I said, like, the last end, throw 15-2 in that intern, and, like, we got a 25, 15-25.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was, like, a medium sweep to exactly where we wanted.
Yeah.
It seems to be, based off how everyone else's ins were running there, it makes perfect sense.
and you're taking like a nice amount of ice for like hack and board, and you're getting some finish on them.
Yeah.
But like you're throwing perfect speed, but they're not
Yeah.
jumping or anything. Like
Yeah.
they're just like really, really nice.
We're getting...
Just make sure you're there, keep the broom down.
And some of that conversation is what I talked about in the beginning, Russ, just about how Connor can give Reed the confidence. But when Connor was struggling yesterday, he couldn't share with Reed because he couldn't say to him, this is what you need to throw.
How we doing?
Big draw and a game saver for Matt Manuel. Final stone here in 7.
Line's good.
Curling hard now, guys.
Needs to put it on the Tim Hortons button.
14-9 should be here.
And look at this stone start to carve over. Here comes the house. Here comes the yellow. Dragging a little bit more.
Keep going.
Enough for shot stone and just good enough for 1. A great team shot. As Negovin looks it over. 1 on the board. And a game saver as they're within a couple here in our feature. Hard to believe already day 6, Tim Hortons Brier, as the seeding pool playoffs right around the corner here in London, Ontario. That was a massive draw in 7 to pick up that single from Matt Manuel. So just down by 2, Reed Carruthers with hammer here in 8.
Hard everything. 15-1. Got to go on this.
Come on,
Got to
Luke's
go on
coming
this,
good.
Luke. Hard everything. Hard line.
Right to it, right to it.
Yeah, the only difference is scoreboard is that steal of 2 with Reed making 2 beauties, and Matthew only making 1.
Okay, I got a little less. Weight's pretty good.
He threw that pretty soft, that draw for the single in 7 there, Brian, and
Weight's good. Right now.
it looks to me like the slide path's holding up beautifully.
Good.
No bounce on this line.
That could fool curlers too, because this shot right here usually slows down historically, but it's still sliding beautifully.
Good. Oh, great shot, Gordo.
Shot.
Player.
Shot, buddy.
Just make it myself, I guess. Yeah, good.
Look at the angle on that freeze. The red disappears if they throw any weight at it.
No, just straight freeze is fine. Close
There
it.
now.
It's good.
One only.
I like it.
Yep.
T-line. T-line.
Yep.
Weight's good.
Hard. It's curling. Hard everything. Hard line.
We're bumping.
You gotta go, Nick. You gotta go. We're losing it. Hard. Hard. Really good to move it. Hard.
Keep
hard.
going, keep going, keep going.
Little more,
Trying to
little more.
just jiggle the angle
Great
a little
shot.
bit.
Attaboy, Jeff.
Good, Jeff.
What was that long?
15-3.
Okay.
Feels fine, no.
I'm going like medium hard at this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything but a steal here for Carruthers, so he's going to keep it pretty conservative. Would love to score 2, but
Clean.
he can't take risk to do it.
Just clean. Just clean.
Good.
He'd probably love to score 4.
Yeah, he's a greedy guy.
I'm not great at math, even I know that though, Russ.
Just want to make sure we cover this one.
Okay.
Easy.
Halfway tight.
Okay. Want to be high. Tight's not great.
Yeah, we're halfway tight. Yeah, we're easily there.
I think you're okay.
We're there for sure.
Okay. Doesn't need to.
We're past that a little bit.
We're not,
Just a little loose.
yeah, what do you need?
Okay, it's good, Jeff.
Boy, Jeff.
Just saving a sweepers there. Something I'm sure every player appreciates.
Okay, bud. Close.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa. Whoa. Curl a touch.
Get it. Get it.
Oh,
Oh,
nice, Ron.
precision,
Real
Connor
nice.
Negevin, just surgery.
Unbelievable.
Shot, bud.
That's good for a lead.
That is a great shot. What was that hard
And
for
right
you?
now,
Oh, shot,
just
buddy.
the plus, curling 5% better than his counterpart.
Heard him say pretty good for a lead, because that's what his job used to be. And that is pretty good. Plus, he's got that one stone that's a little sharper, and he's
That ain't too shallow.
played very well.
Like here.
Okay.
The guy also that works in
Try
the
to make the
house,
double
holds
peel
the
as hard
broom
as
for
you
Reed
can.
Carruthers
Yeah,
on this
right.
team.
What do you guys want? 415?
20.
Line's good.
It's good. Halfway.
tight.
Line's a little out there.
Weight's
No,
great.
line's good.
Oh,
Line's
that,
good.
aren't we?
Just high your broom. Line's great. Okay,
Yeah,
curl
we're-
just
we're
a
on,
little.
we're on.
Gotta go. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Hard, Nick. Hard, Nick. Get some depth on this.
Touch center line.
Little more.
Touch
Little
center.
more.
Go, 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 go.
That's a good spot. Okay. It's good, Luke. Okay.
All right, Kathy, update time. And the Battle of the North on Sheet C.
Well, facing 4, Jake Higgs drew in. That's that redstone that is shot, but it is deep in the house. So Jamie's trying to follow him down, tap it
I got more than
back.
T. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Potential is 4.
Whoa, whoa. Chad, gotta go in. Chad, really hard. Chad,
Talks
really
about his
hard.
greatest Brier memory ever, and that was the year he made the playoffs and got to take on his brother, Kevin Cooey.
Chad.
Keep going, keep going, keep
Not
going.
great results yet at this year's Brier, but looking for a nice score here.
Jams on that back one, but it's still for 3.
Great shot.
Very nice.
3, eh? Yep.
Last win of the Brier for him was against Nunavut last year, and he's trying to pick up a win here, and a good lead now, up by 4.
They've had some great ends.
Same spot right now.
Territories. You just can't string a whole game together.
Agreed.
Good. Let it go. Hard then.
Even.
Hard.
Okay, whoa. Yeah. Yep, even. Okay. Good, Luke. Not bad, Luke.
Yeah. Bing, bing up.
Yep. Okay, just smooth.
Gonna give a Rocket Man's gonna give this a shot right on the center line. Peel weight.
Whoa, whoa, curl.
Red hit the top half of the yellow and spin everything.
Yes. Yellow. Go. Very nice, Derek.
Pretty good action on the shooter up top.
Very nice.
Right in the cup for a single.
Great shot. It's
right up there. Right in the Tim Hortons Cup. Got a timeout coming up here for Nova Scotia.
Because I've had my intern, you know what I mean? I've had a couple, like even that first one, I thought I threw good, and I wasn't even close to where I wanted, you know what I mean? And that one there.
Kevin Patterson, their coach, will make his way out.
10 seconds on that. Oh, like 15.
In the meantime, Kathy, back to you. Update on Sheet B.
Well, an opportunity to really pull ahead in this game. Already lying 2. Karsten Sturme is looking for a bite of the 4-foot for 3.
I think you're a little bit.
Out of the St. Albert Curling Club.
Like, is high even good?
Line's good.
Line's fine for the backing.
Does not want to drop to loss number 4. Both these teams coming in with 2 wins.
You got backing. Hey, shot.
And nice weight, and yes, a great shot. So that is 3.
3.
And that could be handshakes in his handshakes. So Tyler Smith will concede.
Good game.
And very important, improving to 3-3 and staying at 3 losses. Wild card 3. Final score 9-4.
Yeah, you're just smoking these.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got to try to keep the angle so we can't. But even then, I guess we might get the double across the top unless I'm perfect. You see anything, Kevin?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, if I get it like a little on top.
Right.
Yeah, that could be good.
Yeah, if you ever go to there, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's perfect. Let's go for that. It's either there or it's got to be here, though. You can't leave it like... Yeah, I can't roll. I can't nose it. You're already here.
My first thought was to roll on the 2, but...
Okay. Yeah, I mean, playing any sort of tap here does look really hard. Like, if I nose tapped and split these somehow, even that's not that great, he still just rips the double.
I like this.
Okay, let's roll. 10.5. Try and roll on top, Luke. But
this was set up with a beautiful corner freeze from wild card 2 right off the bat, and they've been guarding it, delaying the inevitable. And now we're into the inevitable. So they've got to
Yep, that looks good.
tap this back and try to get the right angle on the Reds.
Another great crowd this afternoon, including, hey, there's 2-time world champ David Murdoch, who's the new high performance director here for Canadian curlers as he looks on. What did you make of that hiring?
Oh, that's brilliant. It's just fantastic. David's such a wonderful guy. Knows the game inside out. And what he did for Great Britain's program is legendary.
To it. Hard, help him there. Hard.
Trying to roll on top, but there's going to be a red double.
Stuffing a bit on this 8. Okay.
Not. It's okay.
It's interesting, for years, Europe would kind of take Canada's coaches and hey, we're getting one back from Europe now, right?
Yeah.
One of the greats, and David Murdoch.
Well, they owe us a few.
Yeah.
Probably in a perfect world where...
You got it, Ram.
Out turn.
Taking a slight chance here, ignoring that red. We're going to try to make the double, which would be massive.
Toss you around.
That shows to the confidence of Reed.
6-point advantage over on sheet D for Ontario versus New Brunswick, Kathy.
Well, just difficulties from the word go for this New Brunswick team. For Jeremy Millay, he's sat in the hack and faced a whole bunch of yellow every single time. He's trying to get the nose hit for the single.
Meets him in her feature. Bit of a heater here. Reed Carruthers trying to get 2. Oh, he's got 2. Meantime, update sheet. Shooter rolls out.
One more.
So another steal for Ontario, and what a shot from Reed Carruthers.
And handshakes.
So that'll do it. Fist bumps, handshakes. And again, critical win for Mike McEwen, Ontario, staying at 2 losses as he picks up another victory. And in our feature for Nova Scotia, just running out of rocks and
Right here.
Time here. Thinner than Reed wanted, so there's going to be a little nest in there, a little pocket, but
Can this, guys? We don't even really have to move
trying
it.
to. It was a thin double to begin with. Just fraction thinner than he wants. Gets the double, which is key, but leaves that little pocket.
Sort of separation, I would think. Like, I think we're almost always going on whatever stone, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'll see.
this has to, though, be absolutely perfect, Russ, because then he can afford to blast, and what does he care? And if he scores even 1, it's not the end of the world.
You're afraid to bump one of them, but if you don't get there, he's already laying 2 and the game's over.
All there right now. Where are we? All there. Back 8 right now. Okay, clean it. No, line's okay.
These are so tough, too, because when you know you have backing, even though you don't want to tap, sometimes you throw a titch more.
Nick! Nick, 14-5. Gotta go.
We're there. Wait's there. They're worried about the line and getting this angle perfect, and they just find that pocket.
Oh, really good. Good shot.
Just didn't move it like an inch far enough.
Just needed to spin off a little.
And what a rebound day for Reed Carruthers, 93%, as he has been vintage Carruthers. Fantastic numbers. Player comparisons brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Yeah, well, Rab put it on the.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I like this. I like this,
And
boys.
they've all been tough, too. Like, it's really impressive 93.
Yeah, so if anything, I'm throwing a 15-4 and having them sweep it then, right?
15-4, and we're just freezing the 4.
If Reed had it, he would blast that red because the left yellow's a hair higher, and he might spin it out of there. But being shot rock, that would not be the idea.
The nose is tricky because it could go bing, bing, and then hit mine.
Yeah,
right,
that's
too?
what I'm kind of seeing, the double kiss
And
action.
it might do that, too.
You've made this twice today. Let's make this again.
Yeah, I'm seeing we got to take a little more, though.
Yeah, I love that.
So just to verify, we do believe he's shot stone, right? He's 100%? Okay.
Yes, he is. But he might not be after this one. No offense to Reed Carruthers, but he's throwing it 146 feet, and if he throws it 147 feet, it's a steal.
Okay, so I'm going to err on being, like, if anything, 15-4.
Okay, bud.
And there is the comment. Leave it to my sweepers. Don't make, as you say a billion times, pro miss.
Right.
And the pro miss here is light.
This is extremely difficult.
I'd close.
Max line. I'd
close.
Top 4.
Okay, max line. Line's close, guys. Line's close. You got max line.
Max line. Okay,
put it on the T line.
Line's good.
All in the hands now, Gordon and Semigalski.
You got it.
Just light. Yeah, light.
Okay. Fine, Ram.
Good try, Ram.
And again, they didn't want to fool around. No. And they'll take their 1, just confirming.
Well thrown rock, to be honest.
The pro miss, right? You made a career out of that. And what a couple Briers. Carruthers leads by 3. Welcome back to our coverage in London. Brian Mudryk, Russ Howard, Kathy Gauthier. We were joking, Russ, during the commercial break, of all the wonderful shots we've seen in our feature, that might have been the best out of Reed Carruthers, just making sure, you know, he didn't damage what he had in the house. All kidding aside, he got his single.
You know, you play as long as I have. He's sitting in the hat going, I cannot be heavy, and it looked like a poor attempt. It really wasn't. He gave it to the brushers. That's what he had to do. That was his job. They couldn't quite get it there. So what? It wouldn't have been impossible to tap that 6-8 inches on the high side, and it's a steal of one. Now it's 4-3. Nova Scotia's on fire. You're depressed. And it wouldn't have taken much. He had his point in the bank. He kept it. Really, seriously, it was a pretty good effort.
We're being able to broom out.
Double peel.
Okay, one broom out.
Broom out, Conman.
And we're looking at that.
And another final. And handshakes. And a win over Nunavut for Northwest Territories' Jamie Cooey, as they pick up their first victory here in London.
Okay, I thought we're a little higher. Easy line.
It's funny,
Okay,
Russ, it's
good,
been
actually.
an interesting game of momentum. Early on, it felt like Nova Scotia was really dictating play and good strategy and playing well, and whether you call it patience or that self-belief or the glass half full on this Reed Carruthers team, you know, managing to grab momentum in this game.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's been, and you know, it's really been Reed. He's 94%. Well, he's not 94 now because he just missed that one.
Well, we were joking. He should have got 4 points.
I would have given him 4
shot,
for
yes.
sure. But he's kept the team in early, and then he's made the difference late with that steal of 2. He made that double run back and then a perfect come around freeze to the button to set up the steal of 2. That's been the only difference.
It's not often blanks make the highlight reel, but that was an impressive blank that end.
No kidding.
Hard, Luke. Hard, Luke.
Just do it.
Hard, Luke. Hard, stay on it. Keep the angle.
Well, that applause you hear for the Nunavut team as they walk off the ice have very much been crowd favorites this week.
Boy, John. Nice toss, Con. Take your time, bud.
Always time for a hello or a photo or autographs, as Jake Higgs obliging as well. Just another reason why I love this game and this championship so much and these players.
Close. Curl.
Curl, 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 curl. Curl.
Curl, curl.
Connor Negevin.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Curl, 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 curl.
Nice.
Oh, great shot, Con.
8-ball corner pocket.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh, true.
Kathy, best game you've seen out of this wildcard team this week?
Absolutely, and it's even more impressive coming off what would have been a very big low last night, going off the ice, not only having not played well, but very confused with draw weight and line, and whatever their talking was last night,
Good too.
it certainly worked.
Line's real good.
Gotta go a little bit.
Gotta be here. Come on, guys. Line's real good. Come on, guys. Go.
It's coming.
Line's real good.
Luke.
Hard, Luke. Come on. Hard, you got a chance, Luke. Come on. Come on, work it. Hard. 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 Little more. Right
Hard.
Right to it. You gotta make
What a
it
great
good.
brush. No quit in this Nova Scotia team, dragging a top
shot,
4.
guys.
Lovely.
Some serious fitness there. That looked top 12 to me at best.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
You're in 4 left, yeah.
Sure. I think you're playing like here, though.
Yeah, like that shot. Yeah.
Sure. What speed here?
Hey, Derek. This is 14-8 to the T line.
Okay.
Changing gears. You can't chip it out of there anymore.
Halfway? You got halfway. Yeah.
You'd leave Nova Scotia shot rock buried.
Hold it out there. Hold it out there.
Halfway.
Where's the weight?
Okay, line's not bad now.
Where's the weight?
Getting better.
Easy,
Same
easy,
as the other
easy,
one.
Con, easy,
3.
Con.
Yeah, we're same depth as the other one.
Line's good for 3. Line's
Same depth
good
as
for
the other
3.
one.
Clean.
Line's perfect.
Distance a bit.
Yeah. Good
Real
sweep,
nice.
buddy. Really good scrub.
Very nice. Good sweep.
That's a great sweep. Yeah, boy. Nice shot. Great sweep there, Connor.
Tangerine Raptors basketball continues Friday as the Raptors go head-to-head against the Lakers. Teams take to the court 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on TSN.
More ice. We got to make sure we get across the face of the yellow. I think this is enough to get by the red. You okay?
A little more?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I like it. Yeah, we want to get by that yellow.
Yeah, we will.
Looks like they're going around the corner guard between the closest red, the high one, and the center yellow. That's a small window there.
Let's go, boys. Make a good one here.
Very, very aggressive play, but the scoreboard demands it.
Go ahead.
Line only.
Line's good. Line's good.
It's great.
Top four. Line's good. It's got a curl.
Got a curl, Jeff.
For T-line.
How heavy is it? Whoa. Curl.
Nick.
Curl.
There's that
Line's
yellow
good,
you
line's
talked
good, line's
about.
good, line's good.
Oh,
T-line's right
just
there.
through the hole
Right
nicely.
over there.
And now how's the
Great
speed?
shot. Attaboy.
What a great guess, a great shot, as they'll bury that. 8 foot.
Real nice, Luke.
Love that shot, yeah.
2% before he threw that perfect shot. Just and again, like Carruthers, some really difficult shots.
I'm not going to zing it, just nice smooth, hair low.
Want to switch? Bob? Want to switch?
Shouldn't do much here, hey bud?
No, won't do anything.
Okay, just smooth.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah!
Still got it.
Keep going, keep going.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
That's a good shot. Nice shot. Very good.
Yeah, peels the guard, opens up the rock that was just thrown by Saunders, and doesn't disturb the center. That's the key. Still work to do for Nova
That
Scotia.
wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Even if you got back to here, well, no.
You gotta
leave the
watch
double,
their
I guess.
double.
Nova Scotia's
Yeah.
second and third shot stones.
Is there a freeze
You
there?
never tried to go there, eh?
That's what I was thinking. That looks good to me, that.
Sorry?
That's what I was seeing.
It's tough to get there.
It is tough
Yeah, you got the corner guard in the way.
because the yellow's there.
You're right in the outside edge of that corner, but
We would be, yes.
I mean, if you chop off, it's not terrible.
I don't think the corner was that much of a
You never
play.
throw another
Do you guys
corner.
want it? No, we can't do a time, eh? Gotta save it.
I'm fine with either, Luke, seeing this or this. My only worry with this is if you're not like dead there, it's close to leaving that, and then we lose everything.
All right, let's go at the end then.
Okay, let's go here. You know, fullback four is not bad. It's a tough, tricky, flat double.
Okay, Luke.
Don't want to go too
You
deep
want to be
because
T-line here, guys.
then it'll over curl,
Yeah.
and that yellow one will go back and take it out. So you have to make a move on the shot rock here pretty soon.
Line only.
Close, Nick.
It's really good.
Line's good.
Gotta go.
Line's real good.
Keep talking to him.
It's tough eight. Hard
Line's
dead.
got a curl.
Gotta go.
Jeff
Wait.
in, Jeff in,
Got a
Jeff in,
curl.
Jeff in and go. Jeff in and go. Jeff in and go. Far as it comes, guys. Far
Come
as it
on,
comes.
Jeff,
Line's getting
keep
good.
moving it.
Line's
Jeff
getting
Meager
good.
trying to
You gotta
move
get
it
some
over.
depth. You gotta get some
You
depth.
know where they
Come on,
want
hard.
it. They want it in that 4 foot buried.
Great
Shot.
sweep, boys. You guys did all you could.
And now there's that lonely yellow shot stone wild card 2 top button.
Yeah, it's kind of what they call loading it up. They're waiting to make a hero shot at some point, but they've got a lot of red in there now. Carruthers went early, tipped his hand by throwing a guard.
Line's getting good. Line's getting good. You gotta get some depth. You gotta get some depth. Come on, little more. Little more.
Let's go.
You're there. Good.
Great
Shot.
sweep, boys. You guys did all you could.
Walk and sit there, you might give him an in off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it smarter just to peel it?
You like peeling?
Like if we
I'm
roll
totally
a little
on board
bit, we
with
might
that
give
too,
him
yeah.
an in.
What's that?
I'm totally on board with just peeling it too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Good. Smart.
It's either the freeze, get to the inside, or tap it a bit, or
I think that's
roll out of there. Because if you roll a couple of inches, there'll be a queued up double for one of the best hitters in the event
okay. You're right.
to sit 3,
Just show it to me.
all
here,
buried.
What's that?
Just show it to me, bud.
Yeah. Or throw her down and. Yep.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
I'll
Bud.
get just a little bit here.
Okay, love that.
Okay.
You got it, bud.
Smooth.
And whether it's the experience, the coach in him, Kathy, you say it all the time. Reed Carruthers got out of the hack, went down there, took a look, saw what he wanted to see, and then the pre-shot routine, settle in, make the shot.
Well, it's just so important. It's sometimes easy to call from the hack. You think, well, I've just seen it. But it's not the same in your mind as looking at it from the position that he's been in all game. Yep.
Yep. Whoa, just
Skip
clean.
Stones here in 9.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Clean.
Clean.
Great
Shot
throw.
Ram. The shooter, Bob.
Yep.
And right on point.
Shot Ram.
Eliminates the red.
Great throw.
That's one of the best efforts I've ever seen from Reed or anybody in the field this week, for that matter.
I mean,
Everything's like right where it's supposed to be.
You don't want to be any deeper. Like if you're behind the tee line, that's in play. Okay.
You also got to get at this eventually.
Yeah, that as long as if I'm like there, that's dragging off easy. We'll be fine. Let's go same broom, Luke. I think
Here, slow road here.
I think you threw yours real well. I'll get it there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see that curling a little more.
We were way out there for that.
Same thing.
I think this is worth a shot. Like
Just the same as Luke.
he can't guard both.
Like if we're ever corner frozen in the yellow, that's perfect, right? Guard both what?
Like I can always run the center one to get it too.
Okay. And the other way is what? Hitting the one you're supposed to throw?
Straight back. I mean, if I could.
Oh, it's the center one.
Running the center is a double raise, and the angle isn't perfect, so
pretty good
that's.
speed out here, right?
I'm sure Reed will leave on that one
Yeah.
if it comes to which one to guard. So come around here, try to get piece of the 4, sitting 2nd, 3rd, and 4th with hammer.
Line's
Big
great.
right now. Big right
Line's
now.
great. Close, Nick.
A little big right now.
Line's good. Line's good.
Hey, it's tracking a bit.
Looks like it's a
coming
little
down.
high.
Maybe Jeff's rock.
Trying, but we're still back forward.
Okay.
Hair harder.
Hey, we want to stay 8
A
foot.
little bit wider, it looks, too.
Yeah.
14-3.
Jeff, if you can do anything.
I don't
Go a
think.
little, Jeff.
I don't
Yep.
think. I don't
Yeah,
Okay,
Con.
let Connor go. Thanks, Connor.
Hey, Matt, that's okay. Okay.
It's a little deeper. Same situation. Shot rock wild card 2. And 2, 3, and 4 belong to Nova Scotia.
Double though, I don't see it.
Who knows? I'd hate to find out.
Yeah. Okay.
Could go there.
Like if we play the double and you hit it too thin,
Could guard that one.
he's got a
For
hard,
2.
hard shot for reduce or up one.
Yeah,
with.
okay, let's
You
just
make
play
it
it then.
like.
This is exposed, so that's
Good with
probably
this
the
guy?
easiest shot.
So,
Brian,
okay.
throw soft weight, maybe roll this
Yeah.
way.
Okay.
You get it into there, you're a winner. You might even make the double.
I think you're hitting it like in the exact
See
same
a
spot. you hit
decent
the double.
amount of this.
Exactly. Is close.
Yeah, if you move
It's
it
a
out of the 8
thin-
foot, we're
it's a-
laughing,
It's
right?
a thin half.
Love it.
Safest shot. You hit it thin, you make the double. You hit it thick, you roll buried.
Yeah, go with the
Just
double.
there, I think.
Just there.
Nice to have a couple of options. So yeah, the guard's really not an issue.
My eyes are terrible because I looked, I'm like, what guard? I'm like, oh, the Tim
Right.
Hortons Cup.
Yeah,
There it
that's
is.
right.
Yeah, okay. I was like, what's Russ talking about again? I'm like, okay.
He's tossing around.
Dead on might leave a bullet double, so they want to roll somewhere. Should be a bit of curl here for sure, inside out, the fresh stones.
In.
Curl.
Curl, Bob.
And a good look here, right behind Negevin. Coming right into your screen at home. Trying to carve it over, get across, get one. Can he get
That's
2
fine.
and just underneath? But
Good try. Good try, Reed.
does remove that one red stone.
Good try, Ram.
Yeah, it's a little full.
Yeah, it's fine.
I didn't see that much weight coming. I didn't think they had to do that because the audible was to miss it thick and just stay.
I'm seeing, fairly hard. Make sure it rolls off.
Okay.
That's all we have. And yeah, I mean, that's what we're
Give me
playing
middle.
for the whole. Yeah.
Middle.
Thought he almost had it.
It feels like just a tiny bit high.
Yeah. If you could hit it that.
So, Russ, the
Millimeter,
degree
whatever it
of
is,
difficulty here to try score 2.
It's pretty big because it's not the longest raise, and I'm pretty sure they make contact, but it could be with that yellow one coming in. The yellow one's kind of taken a little bit away here. You also can't stuff it because you only score a single.
A game saver. Here in 9, final stone. Matt Manuel.
Yep.
He has made some beauties this week.
Hard!
He needs one more. Can he make the red stick around, drive it back, and not to be. A steal. The single for Team Wildcard and Reed Carruthers. As Nova Scotia In tough, they'll have to try battle back when we return to London. And it is officially a final as they did decide to shake hands. So really a must-win for Reed Carruthers wild card 2. And I'll tell you what, the skipper, he really came to play. It brings us to the game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, proudly serving Canada's favorite coffee.
Well, Reed, to me, was the game story because this team from Nova Scotia has been the story of the week for me. They're a very good team. They're going to be around for a long, long time. The steal of 2 was the difference in the game.
6-2 the final.
Happy birthday, Jody. Happy birthday. Looking forward to seeing you soon.
Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, proudly serving Canada's favorite coffee. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By PointsBet Canada, the official sportsbook of Curling Canada. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Team Nova Scotia, first time here. Some autographs as Nick Zachernuk making a fan happy, and great part of being here for the first time. The autographs, photographs, yeah, fist bump there as well with the alternate Ryan Abraham and the 6-time Scotties champ Colleen Jones, and congratulations to Reed Carruthers as she was watching her son Luke Sanders complete for Nova Scotia. And this Nova Scotia team, they're going to be here for a long time. So updated standings. As you know, top 3 from each pool will advance. The one thing with Pool A that we know is that 4 losses, not good enough. So Saskatchewan down, eliminated. However, what stands out to you, Russ, as you look at this board?
Well, Dunstone, Cooey, we kind of predicted that, but they've been so dominant, more than I thought they'd be. And Horgan's kind of a bit of a surprise, 5-1. He can kind of control his own destiny here.
And Kathy, what stands out to you?
Well, it's interesting as you look at Brendan Botcher. He is at 6-1, and we talked about Mark Kennedy last night. This is a team that for sure has not peaked yet, and yet they are doing what they need to do to be a factor in the playoff rounds moving forward.
And remember, Horgan plays Nova Scotia Manuel tomorrow. That'll be a big-time game and a lot of must-win games coming up. As Team Canada, E.J. Harnden, Jeff Walker warming up. They have the entire day off, actually, today. So with the textured stones and the new ice, a chance to practice and just get familiar. And just a reminder, what a game tonight. Must-see TV. Kevin Cooey chasing after his 5th Brier title, 6-0 record. Matt Dunstone, perfect 6-0 as well. Can't wait. 7 Eastern time. Vic Rauter, Russ Howard, Kathy Gauthier will have you covered. Wonderful day and a great feature game as Reed Carruthers, you knew they needed a bounce back game. He admitted himself he had to get the confidence going, play sharper, and he delivered. We're getting closer to the playoff round, championship weekend right here at the Brier in London. Thank you so much for watching our coverage right here on TSN as the Brier rolls on. We'll see you later tonight.